friends. A warm welcome to each one of you on behalf of IRIS corporate team. It's my pleasure to be here among all of you friends, and I'm really very happy seeing all beautiful faces today. Friends, my name is Dimple Mehta. I'm Head Academics of IRIS Flores, IRIS Educare corporate office. And furthermore, regarding my introduction, because I want your introduction, so I have to introduce myself a little more. I'm into education for almost 18 plus years and with the same profile. My profile is inclined more towards being a trainer, and I've given training to different corporate sectors, police department, healthcare department, and of course my command is over training teachers, professors, principals, students. I've given a few shows, I have given a few shows on Book My Show and Paytm Insider kind of platforms as well. And that's it friends. Now I want your introduction. So ma'am, can you distribute papers? So here I'm giving these small chits to you friends. I want each one of you to draw with pen so that you cannot erase it. Anything that reflects your personality. Okay? So I'll say start, and after that you have to start with it. Think about it. Anything that you feel that you are able to get connect, you are able to relate with it, you have to draw. It could be anything friends. A vegetable, a fruit, animal, something. And then we'll ask you, how are you related with it? Okay? Wait. This, where your thinking hat, I'm giving you time to think, and then I'll say start and you have to start with it. Okay? So now, before we introduce ourselves, participants, it would be injustice if I do not do this. I hereby request the Center Director, Shankar sir, to please come here. Friends, a big round of applause for Sir. Sir, on behalf of corporate team, on behalf of all the IRIS Flores centers that are participating today, we humbly thank you for the hospitality and the beautiful venue and the beautiful place that you're making all of us so comfortable, and a lot of learning that's happening today is only because of you, sir. And trust me, friends, I won't be justifying if I do not mention this. I called sir that we are willing to, we have recognized the need of personalized and customized training session. So we are planning to do it zone-wise. And before I put forward my request, sir immediately said, you can have it in one of my centers and that would be my pleasure. And then we selected this zone. I actually called for that, but before I put forward a proposal, he himself came forward. And I'm humble, sir. Thank you so much. I would like you to speak a few words, sir.
Frankly, I don't think I deserve all this. It's my pleasure, it's my honor actually to have you all. I would say I'm a little self-interested probably, because I'd like all of you to see my school and talk about my school at your respective centers. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. A big round of applause for Bowen entire team, because sir believes in team and most of the time he gives credit to the team. So thank you, Bonpalli team. Please, I want all of you to sit down. Yes, please. Please. Friends, can you please forward their pen and sheet to them? Yes, your time starts now, friends. There is nothing to discuss, friends. No cheating here. How can your neighbor, your friend know you better than you? 2 minutes will be given for this activity. Your time has already started. Yes? Please tell me, I'll help you. Okay, I'll repeat the activity. You have to draw something with your pen on the paper which we have provided. A drawing of an object or a thing, name, place, animal, thing, anything that you are willing to, that you feel you are connected to. Okay? And then you have to come here, show. If you don't want to show the picture, it's okay. If your drawing skills are not that good, you can name it, and I want each one of you to let us know how are you connected with it. Yes, ma'am. I repeat, draw something on the piece of paper which we are giving it to you that reflects you. Something about yourself, something that you are able to strongly connect with it. That could be anything. Name of a person, place, animal, thing, anything that you feel, any object that you feel that you are connected. And then you have to justify how. Come on, friends, your time has started. I have given only 2 minutes. Done? And no copying, no cheating. Anything. Yes. Animal, bird. If there is a plain paper, you have to justify why is it plain. How are you connected with plain paper? Done? Ma'am, you will be the first person I'm going to call. Make it fast. Done? Yes? Last 30 seconds left. So few teachers are very smart. They make shortcuts now. With 2 horizontal to vertical lines, they are completing their drawing. Okay, we'll start now. Yes, ma'am, please come. Tell me your name of your center. Friends, let us ensure that we all talk with only me, not internally. Raise your hand and you can talk to me, number 1. Number 2, put your phones on vibrating mode. Okay? So here, when you come here, you bring your slip. Tell me your name of your center, the picture that you are drawing and how are you connected with it. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Happy morning, teachers. Little louder. Okay.
My name is Asha Jyoti, Damaiguda branch. I'm
What did you draw?
Lotus plant.
Okay, how are you connected? You like lotus or why did you draw lotus?
I like that.
You like lotus? Yes, ma'am. We call you, let her finish, ma'am. Very enthusiastic participants. A big round of applause, ma'am. Very good. Very good. Yes, ma'am, please, ma'am.
Happy morning, everyone. My name is Hema. I am from Sainipuri Yapral branch, Iris Florence. I drew an apple. Okay, apple is a healthy fruit. An apple a day keeps a doctor away.
Do you eat apples?
Yes, ma'am. So it's a healthy fruit. So I am connecting myself with. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Yes, ma'am. Apple is a healthy fruit, friends. Whatever you draw, it should reflect that you love apples and you eat apples every day. Something like that. I'm giving you an example.
Good morning, everybody. I am Sparta. I am from Defense Colony, Iris Florence. I drew one butterfly man, and it is depicts the happiness and the colors. There is a happiness, so I am happy connecting
That
with
spreads
it.
happiness.
Yeah,
That
spread.
brings a smile on
Smile.
any human's face.
Yeah.
That's one of the beautiful things that we see around.
Yeah, yes.
Natural. Very good. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You
Yes,
should show your pictures also. How do we know? Very nice. Very good. Very good.
We really want to show your, want you to show your pictures also.
Good morning everyone. I am Nanda from Defense Colony. Today I have drawn a picture of a flower. I always want to be fresh and I always want to look fresh. Flowers bloom in the morning and whenever I see my garden, I feel fresh and I feel happy by seeing the flowers in my garden. So I always want to be fresh and look at my children whenever we come to school. I want to show my happy face and bloom face to my children. That's what I like about myself. Yes. I like all the flowers, especially I like lotus and marigold. But lotus we won't see every day. So I like marigold and rose flower. And when we see small children coming and hugging us, we feel so happy and my mind is fresh and I feel happy and happy.
Super. Very good, ma'am. Please come. I think all of you one by one. Please come. And all of you be ready. Both of you.
Good morning everyone. I am Sasmita Das from Defense Colony. I draw a tree giving and like trees gives us shade, oxygen and everything. I love to give. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Very good, very good.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Elizabeth. I'm from Defense Colony. I drew a boy because it's been like 7 years of experience of mine. So apart from the kids and school, nothing comes in my mind. So I love kids, and I'll be very happy when I see kids. Whenever I go to school, they forget everything, and when we see the smile on their kids, we just see the different world. So that's what I want.
Very nice.
So what I understand is whenever ma'am is upset or not in a mood, and if she interacts or meet a kid, I think that cherishes you. Great. But a kid, not a boy, ma'am. Don't be gender biased. Even girl makes you happy, right?
Good morning everybody. My name is Karni. I'm from Defense Colony. I have drawn my home because my day starts from my home only. It's depends there only, my mood. If it is happy, my day will be happy only. So I'm connected with that.
Very good, very good. Our roots, our identity is our home. Very good. Yes, ma'am. Please come. And all of you also be ready. Okay? Happy morning, everyone. Happy morning, friends. I drew peacock. That's our school uniform is there, no? Peacock color. Yes? When peacock happy, dance. No. So our students also very happy. We are coming. The students also happy. We are also happy. No? We are dancing with our students and encouraging, singing and dancing. Everything we have. No? So our students also very happy. We are also happy to join this group. Thank you very much. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Good morning, my name is Lakshmi Tulsi. I am from Sainipuri, April. So recently I joined in this school. So I love flowers. Why I do flowers means basically I love greenery. So I want to grow different types of like colors of flowers. So I like the yellow color. Why means while seeing the yellow, no, we will get some energies. So even if anyone are wearing yellow color also, see there is a different attractiveness will come. Even while we are wearing some colors, no, children will attract for us. Or so I like yellow color, and this one is sunflower. Especially sunflower, according the sun, it will give the directions. So we also have to be like that. But is according the children, we have to act in the class. So I love flowers and I love greenery. Thank you.
Thank you friends. Yes ma'am. Ma'am, please come. It's okay ma'am, I'm there, don't worry. I'll talk. You just come and stand, don't worry. Yes ma'am. You'll be the last one to come. Come, don't worry, I'm there. Come, tell me your name and the name of the center. You can remove your mask.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Manjula. I'm from Sainipuri Apra branch. Rose.
Beautiful. It's a rose. Why are you connected? How are you connected? It's a symbol of beauty. Amazing. Great. What I understand here with ma'am's drawing is she's unable to express, but she believes in inner beauty, and that's why she loves those. Am I right, ma'am? Very good. Super. Yes, also you have to come.
Good morning everybody. My name is Shailaja. I'm from Malkapuri branch.
Friends, please.
And I am very new to this teaching field. Recently I have joined. So I do the picture of light.
Very good.
So I promise I'll give for my students light and bright future from this year.
Amazing. What a great message. Very good. Thank you, ma'am. You will be sitting here, ma'am, now. Or you will be standing here. If you turn around and talk.
Happy morning everyone. I am Laukya from AS Nagar branch. I drew a butterfly. My father used to say you don't stay in one place, you move like a butterfly all the time. So for that I drew this. I am missing my father right now due to some issues. So I hope I will meet him soon.
Thank you so much.
Happy morning everyone. My name is Amrita Malu. I am from AS Nagar branch. I joined recently and I've drawn a flower because I love it and I believe that it spreads positivity, and children are also small like plants and flowers, so they also grew up very nicely. Thank you.
Very good. You are going to make a bud into a flower. Very good. Please come.
Happy morning everyone. My name is Aruna. I am from AS Nagar branch. I drew star because I want to shine like a star and I want to spread that light around me.
You are a star. You are rocking, ma'am.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good introspect.
Good morning everyone. This is Rupa Rajan from AS Nagar branch. I have drew a garden. As I have a mini garden at home, I am very fond of plants. So it gives us some inner peace. So teaching is my passion actually. I've been done with different field of my career. I've been jumped to this field specially to make myself happy and seeing me to make others also happy. And I am very fond of little tots, little children, and always want to be with them. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am, please come.
Happy morning everyone. I am Sunita Krishna from the Mayuda branch. I drew straight line and ice cream. Because I am very straightforward and I will be cool always.
Very good. Really like your perspective, ma'am.
Happy morning, ma'am. I'm Revati Vijay Kumar from Damaiguda branch. I draw a handbag where it is a little home after we step from our house. So I find myself I relate myself as a handbag because something we find in our bag gives us a little tiny happiness. So that's it. Thank you.
Super. Superb introspection you have done, ma'am. I really like it.
Hello everyone, I am Suchitra. I draw pineapple. It is a special fruit for me as it bears a crown. Like that, I would like to be special and different from others wearing a crown.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Come.
Hi, I'm Sarita. I'm from Goindwali. I have drawn music. Whenever I get angry or sad, I listen songs. I feel relaxed. I cannot get angry on children or on parents or anyone, so I listen music.
Very good. Music is actually one of the best healing factor. Best stress buster. And ma'am will also take us through how it can help us in our teaching also. Yes, ma'am. Please come.
Hi everyone, my name is Manjita and I am from Nagaram branch. And I relate myself as a butterfly that ma'am said that it spread joy and happiness. So I make one house and school also. So from my house to school, I go to school to spread the happiness and joyness. Thank you.
Very good. Ma'am, please be ready.
Happy morning. I'm Uma from Nagaram branch. So I always start a day with a smile. So it changes our life.
Very good. Superb. Very expressive. Yes, ma'am.
Happy morning, ma'am. And I'm from Nagaram branch. I draw a flower rose, and here I will tell you that our minds are like flowers actually. We have to open it at the right time, and for the children also we have to interact, we have to react at the right time and have to give the bright future to them. And when we pluck the flower, the rose will blossom every day. So we have to show them the challenges. They have to face the challenges. I was always used to change the challenges actually I have to face. I am inspired by my mother only. So I am very inspired in that.
Very, very lovely. Life is not only the bed of roses, right? You have a lot of challenges along with it, and you have to make children also resilient towards certain things. At this age, using a word being resilient for the children is actually too much, but it is apt, trust me. Because we have seen that many children, they learn to walk late, or they are little lazy because we always we spoon feed them. So before they ask for a certain toy or before they ask for food, we do not ask them to move a bit and we provide them with everything. So we are making them, being far from getting resilient. So I agree with you, ma'am. We need to tell them that yes, there are challenges and how happily, how boldly you face them. Very good.
Good morning, teachers. My name is Shweta.
from Uppal branch, ma'am. I have drawn 4 of them. Yes. So if they want to be anywhere, they can go anywhere. I have connected with 3 of them.
You want to give wings to your children to fly? Very good. Super. All of you be ready. Come.
Good morning everyone. My name is Kusum. I am from Uppal branch. I resemble myself to a tree because it gives shelter, it gives fruits, and we have to be useful to others, not only for ourselves. Yeah, we have to. That's all. That not only for, we should not keep for ourselves. We have to spread love. We have to keep everything in mind so that we will be useful to others. Wow. Thank you so much.
Great message, ma'am.
Hello, I am Priyanka from Tunkunta branch. I draw family. As a family give me strength, energy every day. Same, Iris family also give me energy on everyday children's of Iris family. That's why. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Yes, ma'am. But you be ready, ma'am.
Good morning everyone. My name is Shushma Bose. I am from Bovanpalli branch. I drew a tree. Tree always gives us leaves, fruits, shelter. Like that, I also want to give my children like caring, education for their bright future. Even as well as we save our earth also. Like that, I want to save my children's career also.
Very good. Please come. So the same object, so the same thing with different perspectives, isn't it? Your priorities are differing, but each one of your priorities, the way really you are getting connect, your thought process and your aim, your objective behind your existence is really highly appreciable, friends.
Good morning everyone. My name is Savita. I am from Boinpalli branch. I have drawn pigeon because we always do something whenever the pigeon comes and eat. When we go near, it flew away. As it is same I am. If somebody is coming and telling me I flew away, in 5 minutes I will back again. Same as it is as a pigeon. Thank you.
We don't know how to view it today. Come.
Good morning everyone. My name is Masrat. I am from Boinpalli branch and I drew water. I think what ma'am asked was something which you can relate your personality with. I consider myself like a water. So I just like it can shape of anything and it is available, it is vast and it is very useful to you. So I consider and I want to be like that, like flowing every time. Yeah.
Very good. Amazing. Very nice perspective.
Good morning everyone. My name is Tejaswini and I drew a tree here. Not only tree, I am really connected with the nature. Can we survive without oxygen? No. Can we survive without water? No, right? So nature will give everything to us, even though that means even though if we not water the plants, they will smile at us whenever I feel disappointment, or else every day I want to sit a few minutes in my garden to breathe a fresh oxygen and to keep the mind cool and peace. That's why really I'm connected with nature.
Super. Very good. A big round of applause. Very good. Yes, ma'am. Please come. You also be ready, ma'am.
Hi friends, this is Swati. I am from Tunkunta branch. So I have drawn hearts because I am really connected with the heart. I talk heartfully with everyone. So I talk with the kids also in the same way as like emotional things like we deal with, right? So they are very connected to us. So I just thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
because
Ma'am, let's write that thing later. During lunchtime, we'll write that.
I like to smile all situations because smile is the very important to our personality. So I like to see happy to our class children also.
Very good. Very good.
Good morning everyone, this is Mariam here. I am from Bonpalli branch and I am the coordinator here. And I drew a sun in the mountains. The reason is I connect to it because sun spreads brightness, light, and no matter what, it rises again the very next day. And I drew mountains because in our life we have ups and downs coming every day. So no matter what, the next day I am back to my work as a sun ready to shine.
Thank you so much. A big round of applause once again for each one of us. Very good. So friends, I really want to know that we at IRIS Corporate Office really appreciate each one of you. We being teachers, we are into very noble profession. Can you change the slide, Rajesh sir? I'm unable to. We really appreciate, specifically post-pandemic, that we all are able to survive here. You and I, all of us. So we really appreciate your efforts, and we know what do you do with your body. Your each and every body part is meant to serve. Am I right? Are you able to relate, friends? And I really want to thank each one of you. So from IRIS, we really thank you for all the hard work and for everything that you do. Really does not get noticed is the message that I want to say. We appreciate it. Thank you, friends. Thanks a lot. So I'll take you through today's agenda, friends. We'll know everything about what is IRIS, how are we supposed to work, what are you going to receive, what are you going to implement, what are records as a teacher, what are your roles and responsibilities, and a beautiful module on the innovative ways of teaching rhymes and stories. That's the beautiful session we have today by one of the dynamic trainer. We'll have that within 10 minutes. And I'll run through immediately fast with what is IRIS, and then in detail I'll tell you about IRIS. So friends, this is an institution where we really care for the child and about all the staff, teaching, non-teaching, teachers, directors, non-teaching staff, parents, everyone. It is what we really do it. What are the core objectives of IRIS? What is the vision and mission of IRIS, friends? It's all about taking care of 3 areas: students, parents, stakeholders. And this is being done by you and I, right? So we have to ensure that we reach to the vision and mission of IRIS. So these are the visionaries and founders. As we all know, Sirish Turlapati, founder and chairman. Radhika Turlapati, wife of Sirish sir. She is academic director and co-founder. And the youngest director, Rahul Apani, he is also co-founder and director operations. And this is advisory board team. So friends, whatever we do, may it be our academic plan, the content that we deliver, the curriculum that we prepare, and the events that we really do it. Each one of them are the backbone. I think most of you might know about Yandamuri Virendranath. He is a very famous personality here, specifically in Telangana region, and he has authored many books. He has written scripts of many movies, and this IRIS is his vision. And yes, all these 3 are our advisory board members. So whenever we have annual days or certain events, and if I want to make certain curriculum, so say if I am having a brainstorming on, do we have to introduce mirror to the students, tiny children or not? So yes, I did take help of B.V. Pattabiram sir for that. Because I remember nowadays we have mirror in our classrooms and in our learning areas. But I remember when I was young and the time when I got married and I delivered a baby, my nani and my dadi used to say, do not show mirror to kids. So that was again a brainstorming question whether to introduce or not. So for all these things in building curriculum, in delivering the curriculum, in implementation of curriculum, we take help of all our advisory board members. And yes friends, this is our corporate team. So for everything that you want to connect to the respective department, you can, to this email IDs, and always have these 3 in CC to whatsoever mail you send it to us. So email IDs of all the 3 are very simple: sirish@iriseducare.com, radhika@iriseducare.com, and rahul@iriseducare.com. So if you are sending mail to Arinika, ensure that these 3 and I are there in CC. If you are sending mail to me, ensure that all these founders are there in CC. And if you are sending mail to any of these department heads, you ensure that all the founders are there in CC. Okay? And yes, I request Rakesh sir to please come forward. He is Rakesh Digital Marketing Head. This is his email ID. And a big round of applause to Rakesh. Friends, day and night he is here. On the toes. We are doing training session rigorous for almost 1 week now. And yesterday was his birthday, day before yesterday. And he was, throughout the day he was on work. So I highly appreciate all your efforts and your services, Rakesh sir. Okay, we have Sanya ma'am here. I request Sanya ma'am to please come. Sejal ma'am, I'm sorry. Sejal ma'am to please come. Sejal ma'am is in the team of Rakesh sir and Digital Marketing Executive. A big round of applause to Sejal ma'am. Very young, dynamic and extremely creative. She is one of the backbone of Iris Educare. And yes, she has been with us for quite some time now. And the entire team, may I call Prasad sir, or Ifat madam, or Arinika madam, each one of them that you see, Pradeep sir, Sanya ma'am, though they are not physically present here, but each one of them are working for you and I throughout the day. And the kind of hard work that they are putting in is amazing and outstanding. Once again, for the entire IS corporate team, big round of applause. So yes, friends, this is our mascot, child's best buddy, and the motto of all of you, he is reflecting that, to spread happiness. Okay, so we use him very frequently. What is the definition of a teacher, friends? Is it something like this? What your friends think, you do. What your friend think, what's the definition of a teacher? That you are playing with kids, right? What does your mom think that you do? That you are a scientist. Isn't it? What does the society think that you do? Chilling out? Isn't it? It's a cakewalk and you are just chilling. What kids think that you do? I won't mention the name, but yes, you understand. Isn't it? What kids think that you do. And what you think you do. But actually, what are you doing? You are holding each one of them, making them stand, making them sleep, making them sit. Isn't it? So, that is the definition of teacher in a very humorous, lighter way. So, does this happen with you, friends? That you talk to them and you tell them that, may I have your attention, please? And then what is their reply? Yes. So they are attentive, they are listening to you, but they don't want to, so they say no. Okay, does this happen with you that yes, you want to change their seats because of certain reasons of disturbances, and then you can't stop yourself laughing that even if I make him or her sit here, things are not going to change. Right? These are our challenges, isn't it? Okay, does this happen to you that yes, I really want to listen to their voices, but not physically. I really don't want them to shout and don't want them to talk. Is that so? So physically you don't want to listen to their voices, but you want them to listen to their inner voice, isn't it? things does happen to all of us. Okay. So friends, I will take you through the entire 7 petals, the USPs of iris, what is iris all about, what are these 7 petals all about, how does iris work and everything. But before that we have, and this I'm going to take you through after lunch. So you have a food, we'll serve you, and then we'll have this session. So friends, now it's time to invite a dynamic trainer, and this module is going to be on innovative ways of teaching rhymes and stories. We are going live this session because this particular module we are not going to repeat at any other places. So all of you are blessed and honored and privileged that you are going to attend it in person, live, offline. All other states and all other countries and all other centers in Hyderabad are also going to attend this online. So yes, I am now going to introduce Ramya, a master trainer by certification, along with experience and expertise in delivering soft skills and behavioral skills, and holds immense experience in training teachers on rhymes and stories. Being a people person and multilingual with a genuine love for travel, art and music that only makes the exchange of information during sessions mutually enriching. If I summarize her experience, it is 20 plus years of total work experience with 19 plus years of experience in training sector. She is a member of ICC POSH POSH Act, that's Internal Compliance Committee member. The skills that she possesses is excellent communication skills, interpersonal, organizational and leadership. And ma'am, we'll let you know what are the other skills you possess at the end of your session. Conducting regular training sessions at Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Jubilee Hills, Oak Ridge, Gitanjali, Basvi, and of course Iris Florence. She is a regular trainer. Other certifications include Certified MTF, that is Master Trainer and Facilitator from Carlton Advanced Management Institute, USA, Bachelor in Transaction Analysis and Counseling, Kochi, Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace, POSH Certified Trainer, POSH, Certified Life Skills Coach, certification from School Psychology, Child Safety at School Workshop, Certified Montessori Teachers Trainer, and a bunch of certifications and experience. I now present a dynamic trainer, Ramya ma'am, and it's all yours.
Thank you so much. First of all, my humble submission and gratitude to each one of you beautiful ladies sitting here. Whatever you might be at the work of your life, but here where you are under one brand. So you are the brand ambassador, okay? And you should feel proud of what you're contributing. Immaterial what people think, immaterial what the world thinks. What you should worry about is what does the child think when you are being with the child. And I think with all honesty, you women are doing a fabulous job, and my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I believe and I truly think about this on a very deep sense. We have all studied, Dimple ma'am did read about my so-called accomplishments and my certifications. Well, this didn't come overnight, I know, but in the process of learning journey, I don't recollect many teachers. I will recognize them saying, okay, I met them here, met them there, not even gurtundaru. As in, even for us for that matter, even though we've done our graduation, 10th and graduation and PG and all that, we might not remember everybody, yaad nahi hote hain, theek hai? But then wo ek aad teacher kahin na kahin dimag mein, there's somebody there, and I have that somebody who was as good as you people are. So I remember when I was growing up, that little one that I was, and I was connected to this lady called Sheila ma'am, absolutely skinny looking lady, no makeup, nothing, just a simple cotton sari, and she would come and sit with me because I was a very naughty kid. So she would just sit with me, be with me, and always tell me, you are the best the way you are. You are naughty, but you are the naughty best. So seldom do you get to listen to such things, kada? Having gone through so many teachers, having attended so many classes, ఒక్క టీచర్ ఇప్పుడు కూడా గుర్తున్నారంటే ఏ undali. Right? That is exactly why I started my gratitude with each one of you. It is not about calculating वो doctor बनेंगे या engineer बनेंगे या pilot बनेंगे. That's not. ये foundation का जो फंडा है, that is a blessing to be given to you people, and you're doing a fabulous job. So God bless you all. Keep doing great work. Today's topic happens to be rhymes and stories. I love music. I know a couple of them. One of you, yes. She openly said it that I like music. Alla aduthe manaku kuda unnai. From Sahasranamam, Suprabhatam to everything is a music for us. You know, our child cry, except our own child crying, otherwise everything is a music. Okay? So Attamma Tittadamma is also a music in itself. That's another Ragam Tanam Pallavi. Okay? So that's not where I'm getting into. But having said that, everything has got music to it. The fan, when we all stop talking, the fan has got a different rhythm to it. Okay, agar ball bearing chala takku takku takku. So you know that is also music. Music is there in everything you do. Everything. Okay, and music is the soul. Sometimes you will have people around you that you can share information with. Sometimes you might not have anybody. 10 mandi untaru intlo. I know you feel I have nobody to talk to. పరిస్థితి ఎప్పుడైనా వచ్చిందంటే you'll understand what I'm saying. Sometimes you have everybody at home, yet you will feel all alone. And then you say that one music. Praying only you know, that kind of a thing. When you listen to it, you're like, I wish types, you know. So that is the power of music. And best part about the whole story, music ki oka language ani undadu. You can also listen to a West Indies singing, Western music listening to. You can listen to Carnatic music. You can still listen to a rap. You can listen to a reggae. You can listen to pop, hip hop, whatever you name it. Mood appudu that kicks off like this. Meaning telidu, emi telidu. It might be bootletiktul.com. Doesn't matter. गालियाँ भरे होंगे वो, गालियों मतलब गाने में गालियाँ होंगी, लेकिन फिर भी अच्छा लगता है. That's what music does to your senses. It makes you turn like this. So we will start off with one music, which is one of my favorite all time. I'm sure आप में से भी बहुत लोगों का होगा. Rakesh, if you can play that music on for us, please. Okay, so I want all of you to keep your scribbling pads and pens on the chair. Okay, and stand up. Aram se, bindas. Today's class is only about your enjoyment. Okay? Enlarge cases. Start again from the beginning. She's also playing the same. Volumes are start again.
Let's start at the beginning. A very good place to start.
You're not studying for a national anthem, so enjoy.
When to sing, we begin with do re mi. Do re mi, do re mi. The first 3 notes just happen to be do re mi.
started off with the song. I would love to know what has been your feeling for that couple of minutes that you were there listening to somebody else sing with my Apaswaram added. But how did you feel? Anybody who wants to speak? When there was a music that got played, you heard it, you stood, you enjoyed, you swayed, and then my Apaswaram got added. But then having said, how did you feel?
Reboosting our energy, ma'am.
Very good. Okay.
Feeling good from inside.
Feeling good from inside. Yes. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Very nice. Anybody else? Yes.
Relax ourselves to get energy.
You relax yourself to get more energy. Wow. Observations are very nice.
Very enthusiastic.
Yeah, you feel good? Good. Please.
I've seen first time, understanding what they're singing.
I know. But then, forget about understanding, but did you like it? That is what I was talking about. You might not understand head or tail of it. But you enjoy because of the rhythm. ठीक है? तो गाने का अपना एक अलग ही language होता है. Song, music has got a language of its own. You put words, you make it more specific to that language. Otherwise, it's universal. Everybody loves it. Does it make sense? Now, a very important part that I'm going to teach you today, which I'm sure most of you are aware of, but I would still like to reiterate it. There are times in your class, see, class runs not just by you, but also by the students, the way they are acted. कुछ दिन mood होता है. Some days the mood is very nice. Some days the mood is just not nice. Most of the time it is not nice. Correct? अब उसको, if you have to encourage a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old to be enthusiastic, कहाँ से होगा भाई? But you also have a pressure कि IS बोल रहा है कि you have to finish a few targets. Every day you have a class to finish. You have a deadline to meet. Now this is an important thing for all of you to understand. You are not sitting here to tick off. Okay, tick off के लिए जिंदगी है, college है, school है. That is a different ballgame. But yours is a foundation. You cannot play here. So do not run around saying that मेरा बच्चा जब ये क्लास से ये क्लास जाएगा उसको ABCD याद आना चाहिए. You understand which class you started ABCD. So what should be your focus is बच्चा आ रहा है. He should be happy when he goes back, and he should be excited about coming back tomorrow again. तुम्हारा आपका focus सिर्फ ये होना चाहिए. This is all your focus should be. He gets out from here with a smile and he gets excited to come back tomorrow with a smile. Portions will happen, portions will take time, but portions will happen when it has to happen. What you should focus upon is keeping them happy. So my second point coming up here is, this word called music can be introduced anytime. Do not stop yourself, do not say this is my agenda, this is what I need to follow. You're not machine, you're human. Human with emotions, and you're carrying another set of people which are absolutely full of emotions. Correct? वो खुश रहेंगे तो business बढ़ेगा. Simple as that, right? So that is the focus that needs to be. So get introduced to music as much as you can, because it is easier to learn from music than anything else. How many of you, this is a question to all of you, how many of you have sung or heard of a song which is not your own mother tongue? Why did you learn? Why did you learn? That again coming back to happiness. किसी का language नहीं होता है. You just learn another language. The same thing is with kids also. You introduce them into a particular song, they might learn into a subject. That is going to be our learning for today. ठीक है? हम देखेंगे एक गाने में हम कितना सारा subject create कर सकते हैं. Making sense? Right. So let me move on. Today I'm going to cover these 2 lines. Hopefully I should have the time so. But power of multisensory approach when it especially comes to songs and music and rhythms, and we'll talk about storytelling. ठीक है? I have not doubted any of your abilities of experience, but if there is any add value and I can make it even more better, that's why we are here. So it's a mutual learning class. So आपके पास से भी मैं बहुत सारा सीखूंगी and I will share whatever learnings I've had. ठीक है? चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. ये मेरे बारे में that already Dimple ma'am has said, तो ये बाद में करते हैं. Okay. So this is where I was trying to show you the song which is already coming for all of you. ये आपको slide दिख रहा है? Can you all, is it visible to all of you? Right? The best part of the story is अंदर की दूरी. From the time you are born, a child is coming with a left and a right side of brain. Okay? Is it visible? Right. The left side of the brain is very logical. Right? So for example, whoever is coming new to this location of Bovenpalli would have calculated, okay, if I leave home at about 8:15, by about 9 o'clock I should be reaching it tentatively, because in the meantime, Google map ki jai. Okay? It might make you roam around, do the production at the same place, for all that you know. Okay, I crossed this location like 2 times. I could not locate this place. That is how beautiful Google map was. Okay? So what was happening there? It was my logical thinking. If I leave at 8:15, I will be reaching by 9:10. Enough time, decent time to settle in, clear my sweat, settle in, then start the class. Correct? Right. But what are the right brain thinking? Every incident, brain thinks in 2 different ways. One is creative thinking and one is logical thinking. Logical is accuracy. Okay? And creative is? सोचो क्या हो सकता है creative? How do I start my program? What music do I play? What can make you happy? Right? So the same way, pillar ki kuda, they have 2 brains. Okay, one brain which has got 2 corners. One has got a logical reasoning part, which is yet to develop. Creativity is high. If they don't want to come to school, they are already very creative. Now they don't know where to what. Yesterday only they ate happily. Okay, and the second moment when the amma says no, don't go to school, the kadappunopi is gone with the excitement. है ना? होता है ना? कहाँ से आता है वो? Parents don't teach. How does it happen? दिमाग चलता है. Logic, and the mind develop kaledu, the mind is not developed so much, that is exactly why they can't comprehend. But creativity, they are too good. Sometimes they come to that level and say, madam, this dress looks very nice, madam. My mother also wants one dress, madam. You'll be shocked. Sometimes they come back and they tell their mother also to buy. And we have great mothers. They will come and ask, please can you tell me how much did they buy? Right? Yes? Hota hai na? Sometimes they come up with real clear pictures saying, madam, I like your lipstick color. Madam, I like your shoes. My mother, no shoes, madam. How is that coming? It was not taught to them. How is it coming? वो अपने आप creative है. They want, because they see this mother here and that mother there. They want both the mothers to come together. That is not possible. So whatever this talent this mother has got, that kid wants कि मेरे घर में मेरी मम्मी को भी हो. And the same thing they expect that also. When that mother is good, they expect this mother to be taking over. Yes or no? Yes. So where does that? वो कौन सिखाया? कोई नहीं सिखाया है. It comes automatically, because when you like something, you want it, and you want it only for you. Yes or no? Right? That's the same fundamental we're talking. Why am I telling you this? Because all your music, all your story, everything which is creative comes under your. ठीक है? समझ में आ गया? So get that activated. Once you are good with creativity, then there is no limit. Do you remember your time of growing up? Our time of growing up. We had engineering, medical, tera, mera, yahi sab tha. Right? Now we have options. People are taking up careers of, stand-up comedy. People are taking careers like cooking, culinary skills. People are taking career like, fashion designing. People are taking up career like cake designing. Oh my God, you can't even imagine. हमारा टाइम में जनता ले तो करना इंजीनियरिंग करो नहीं तो शादी करो. Correct? Now you need to understand that these are again things that need to be developed. The more we put juice to it, the more we put creativity into it, the more it will work. And nothing like rhymes and stories. I love imagining stories. So I would like to take you through one of the stories. Okay, sense organs. This is one thing I'm keeping it here for you to understand. How many of you remember this story of, my God, I'm sweating. Okay, how many of you remember the story of एक कौवा प्यासा था, जग में थोड़ा पानी था? याद है? कौवा डाला कंक कंकड़, पानी आया ऊपर, कौवा पिया पानी, खत्म हो गई कहानी. Correct. But let us not lie. We have developed this story now. But when our grandmother used to say, same story used to go for 3 days. Do you remember? Yes. And when she's feeding us with all the cousins around, if you remember, she used to put that annam in the hands, she used to put food in our hands and we used to eat. And then she said, ho gaya, aaj ka story khatam, baki kal lunch mein. Do you remember those days? That same useless story used to go for 3 days and we used to be very excited. Do you remember those days? Okay? And when we grew up, we realized it was a stupid story. That could have easily got finished. In probably 2 or 3 morsels, we could have finished it. But our grandmother was so talented, her creative side, so good that she used to prolong it for 3 days and like the chick used to look forward to that joke. Do you remember those days? Right? Now, if you do it for 3 days, you think the children will listen? Do you think you have the patience to run it for 3 days? There you go. Okay? Now, the second important part. When a story cannot be pulled for so long, you also need to understand, like any other thing, we have some sensory organs which are very active. Okay? And for a child, all these, kinesthetics and hearing and seeing and smelling, everything is critical. Right? So when you say, the smell of the vada was very nice, it was yummy and hot, it had onions, you know how the onions smell? And now most of you want chai and vada bhi nahi hota. Anyway, jokes apart. The moment you say, okay, and then when you're crossing by, if you remember, when you're on a bike or in a car, you're crossing by a restaurant and they smell, like Tom and Jerry, you want to go to that place. क्या सांबार का स्मेल आ रहा है ना, क्या बिरयानी की स्मेल आ रही, don't you? And then what happens, does it stop there? No, ये दिमाग imagination में जाता है, ये चिकन बिरयानी हो सकता है क्या? मटन का इतना अच्छा स्मेल है, वेज में तो बिरयानी नहीं है, I don't know why veg people open the word of बिरयानी, है ना? What is happening? Just by one smell, I made one story around it. अगली बार एक बार ट्राई करना रहे जगह का बिरयानी अच्छा रहता शायद आ रहा है ना दिमाग में. So the same thing. So whenever you're introducing a rhyme, whenever you're introducing a story, try your best to get the sensory organs of the child activated. Okay? So your actions make a lot of difference. So seeing taken care of. Big, small, tiny little thing. Big boy. Huge elephant. Okay? Tall giraffe. क्या हो रहा है? करने में उसको फीलिंग आता है, वो उतना बड़ा है. Yes? So okay. Congratulations, you understood the story. Okay? So jokes apart, you're able to understand. So everything that you introduce to a child, दिमाग में ये रखना है, ये जो 5 सेंसरी ऑर्गन, 6 सेंसरी ऑर्गन्स है, ये होना ही होना है. ठीक है? Either he should be able to see it and say, oh my God, giraffe इतना बड़ा है क्या? कोई बात नहीं, बड़ा तो मालूम है ना? There's a difference between this बड़ा and this बड़ा, right? So what is happening? जो दिखता है वो दिखता है. What you see is what you believe. So start showing them. Verbally everything is fine. He's able to hear you, active hearing, but उससे ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं. So activate this. जितना action, उतना reaction, right? और जितनी reaction, उतना खुशी, right? Right. Have you seen an ant? Yes. How big is an ant? Damn, they can't even decide what is how big. Because for us, big is big. Okay? How big is an ant? Big guy. You always thought ant was small, no? दिख रहा है? So you show them. This is how much an ant looks. Okay? Then you have one bigger ant also, the killer ant, the black one. But that is also an ant category. But what did you teach me? Ant is small. But there is another ant which is an average ant, no? फिर तो जब आप एक explanation देते हो, when you are giving one explanation, multiple options you buy. How can that happen? ठीक है? Correct. This anyway comes by default. ठीक it? How do I smell an ant? I can't smell an ant. It'll go inside and I'm dead. So how do I smell an ant? I smell the food. Now ant gets attracted to sweet. A sweet the smell ఉంటుంది. Okay? The child should be able to identify that. Smell need not necessarily mean the object of the, as an ant, the discussion. Ant is getting attracted to something, no? What attraction बात करेंगे? Chini, good. Okay? The child might not be able to identify the difference between sugar and jaggery. That is not your problem. Your problem is that are you able to smell? So tomorrow if Amma is making halwa or payasam, fellow should be able to identify, saying, "Abe, ऐसा smell मैं पहले भी सुना हूँ." Right? Your job is done. Your job is done. Sugar identification sorted. Don't try for kali mirchi and all that. Just letting you know. Fair enough. Again, when I do training programs, okay, when I do programs, I always tell teachers to have some units around, kali mirchi kaise dikhti hai, not that they will become a chef tomorrow, but chota mota cheeze, they should be able to identify, touch and feel, how the sugar is granule, salt is also granule, how different is this granule and that granule, both of them are white, how do you identify it? Okay, so you get them into tasting, you getting it? So हमेशा कोशिश करें जो भी आप इंट्रोड्यूस करें, whatever you are introducing, ये organs होने चाहिए, because multiply you will be doing multiple things at the same time. एक activity अन्नी जैसा कर रहे हो. You will introduce the taste, you will introduce the touch, you will introduce the smell. आ गया तुमको चार तो तुमको यही आ गए. आप समझ रहे हो? So पंगा मत लो. Don't say, "Oh, today we will teach science. Science means अन्नी ओकेट वाले अच्छे Big granule, small granule is an identification again. Small granule is the salt. Big granule is the sugar. तो तुमको ज़्यादा मारामारी करने की जरूरत. Make your life simple. Because the more simpler you get, the more easier it is to educate the other person. Do not worry about ये science class में करेंगे, math में नहीं करेंगे. Too high. क्यों? अगर एक ही फंडा में तुमको 2-3 items clear होते हैं तो करो ना. Do it. Do I understand are you able to relate what I'm saying? Yes. Does it make sense? Yes. Okay. This is where your creativity as a education specialist comes. This is where your creativity of, wow, I love this teacher comes. You don't have to go subject wise. You don't have to do that. But if you can introduce the subject on all these angles, you are taken care of. Do I make sense? Yes. Right? Any questions? Any thoughts? So far so good? Making sense? Right. So from now onwards, after today's class, ensure whatever you do, इनमें से at least 3 आइटम पिकअप करना. 5 करोगे तो सुपर डुपर हिट. 5 करोगे तो I love you. पर अगर 3 तो निकालो. 3 minimum. Okay? From now onwards, anything that you do. 3. नहीं बाबा. I don't drink chai or coffee. मैं आती हूँ. Hello? Rakesh? Oh, it moved. Okay. Can you go into the, I think, intro video only? Shouldn't it? Okay, let's okay. Audio. Okay. I'll play you an audio song. I want all of you have your scribbling pad together. Papers सुना है? रासमोली. I want you to write that 4-line वाला गाना भी आएगी, गाएगी अभी. So I want you to write that song. Play. Okay, stop. Seesaw, up and down, in the air and on the ground. Be close. I'll tell you why I'm telling you. We'll do it with this small example. Seesaw, up and down, in the air and on the ground. 4 lines వచ్చే ya? 4 lines have come. Seesaw, up and down, in the air and on the ground. Okay? There are 4 lines. The first learning of today's class. Do not go beyond 4 lines. Ever. Because human mind has only so much retention, kids have no retention. So let's stick with something which is only minimum of 4 lines, that's all. Sorry, even maximum, not even minimum. Maximum of 4 lines. Anytime you are introducing, tomorrow's class or 2 days later the class can be another 4 lines. But anytime you introduce, not more than 4. ठीक है? ये दिमाग में रखो, क्योंकि confusion क्रिएट.
Lines, 4 lines we have.
Until you start with 4, you end with 4. That's all. Once I become good with that 4, then we go on to the next 4. ठीक है? So that's your first learning. Not more than 4 because dimag, the brain cannot comprehend beyond 4 lines. 4 itself is too much. Okay? Are you clear? Now you have written this rhyme. I will tell you 3 stages in which the same rhyme can be divided into multiple categories. We are falling short of time, so I'll go ahead and do it very, very quickly for you. Not more than 4 lines. Okay? Now that you've picked up, always sing it for the child. Now, whenever you're doing this, sing it minimum 4 times. Purti 4 lines. All the 4 lines, minimum 4 times. So let's sing this one more time. Seesaw, up and down, in the air, on the ground. Stop. थोड़ा रुक जाओ. The child should be able to identify कि गाना खत्म. Because otherwise he'll get confused. अबे same आ रहा है. Right? He will not be able to identify too much. Hold on. Okay? Can we try one more time? Right.
Seesaw, up and down, in the air, on the ground.
Now, दो बार हो गया? ठीक है. अब the third item will be divided into single lines. ठीक है? जब हम single lines करेंगे, how will we do it? Action. ठीक है? How do you do seesaw? Correct. What other way can I do? ये तो action हो गया. This is action. You're bang on. You're correct. Perfect. और क्या कर सकते हैं? हाँ, ठीक है. Very good. हाँ. Very good. Hands going up, hands going down भी हो सकता है. You standing up and you standing down भी हो सकता है. Excellent. Anything else? Okay. In the air. And on the ground? Now, identify when you say in the air, this also means water. Careful. This is much better. You getting where I'm coming from? ये बहुत identification because you're giving an idea to a child how a water flows. क्या करते हो? Water के लिए क्या करते हो? Then you did this for air also, no? समझ में आ रहा है? So जितना life simple कर सकते हैं उतना simple करो. Okay? So seesaw, up and down. ठीक है? Again you do on the ground, it will look like speed breaker. You'll get confused. ठीक है? ये तो हो गया. But then you need to understand, God forbid, what other way can you show? Okay, body language is one aspect. What other way can you show seesaw? Remember I told you, you have to activate. थोड़ा सा ध्यान. One is showing a picture. You mean showing the picture, correct? ठीक है. What else can you do? हाँ. How? There it is coming. I can show put a finger and show an action. Okay? Reason, kinesthetic. You are getting all your 5 organs, right? 5 sensory organs activated. Right? Up and down वाले visual हो गया. अब कुछ तो correct. You can do that. You can take a glass, उल्टा करो, pencil रखो, like you did with a finger. You can do it with a thing. So child is getting another idea saying, अरे और भी कुछ कर सकते हैं. हाँ? Child is thinking, ये अकेले finger की जरूरत नहीं है. You can do it with another thing also. Now leave it for the child. Now say, now I've shown you 2. One you can do it with finger, and other you can do it with a glass. अब बताओ और क्या क्या कर सकते हैं. Let them look around. Let them go to the class. घूमने दो class में. Let them figure out. Somebody might do it like sitting on the chair. seesaw is rocking only. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Correct. He's right. Right?
Make him do and everybody wants to come and do that.
But they'll fall, be careful. So that is another thing with the parents will be ready to bounce on us. Fair enough? Got it? But you got the point. Got the point. So now what is happening in the second stage? You did the action. दूसरा, you ask the kid कि तुम बताओ क्या क्या possibilities है. Now go back to the crow. Go back to the crow वाला story. एक कौवा प्यासा था. Right? When our grandmother said, she said, put one stone and then the water comes up, then you drink. Okay? So now, same example, put it in the crow story and ask the child, what are the other ways a thirst can be quenched? What are another way that crow can quench his thirst? What are other possibilities? So what do you think the child can think of? Instead of putting stones, what else can we do to drink water? उसका water bottle में पानी कैसे पीता है वो? Answer. How do you drink water from your bottle? How do you drink water from your beaker? How do you drink it, Nana? Madam, straw. So straw can be a possibility. You don't have to put the stone. What other way we can do it? क्या हो रहा है? What is happening now? I answer. So क्या हो रहा है? Creativity is improving. No, you are not teaching child. You have only one way of putting it stones. You are saying you can drink it with straw also. Whether crow is drinking or not is not the point. Point is, are there options? Are there other ways of handling it? If you don't have water, how many of you drink dudu with a straw? I think bonita, madam. Bonita, I like bonita. Bonita, how do you drink bonita at home? With the straw? Yeah, I have a sippy cup. That means it's got holes in it. दूसरा alternative आया. तीसरा बोलो. If there is nothing, sometimes when you're thirsty, if there is no water, what else do you drink? Amma gave me Coke. Coke is bad. But then did you drink Coke? It was not water, no? क्या हो रहा है? What is happening?
Again the child is thinking.
I like Maaza, madam. I like Maaza Tetra Pak, madam. Wonderful. Maaza alternate in the पानी अकेला नहीं है. If you want to quench your thirst, you can also look at options. So two things you are introducing here to the child without he realizing it. Tomorrow when he goes out and there is no water or there is an option of Maaza, he will be able to identify and say, it's okay, if there is nothing, then I'll drink this. So you're teaching a child to get self-reliant. You're trying to teach the child to understand what his needs are, unknowingly or knowingly. Do I make sense?
Yes. My mother is giving Coke, the child can tell. My teacher has not.
Correct, bang on. So ये बहुत important है. That's why I'm repeating myself. माट की course cover चेयाली यानी चूड़कंडी. Because you will mess it up majorly. What your focus should be? One seesaw of 4 lines. How much can I teach him? One seesaw song of 4 lines, कितना data दे सकते हो तुम उसको? You have taught him creative way of thinking. You have told him just putting stones is not required. He himself told straw. Then he told his sippy cup. Then he gave Maaza as an example. एक ही बच्चे से तुम्हारे पास कितना information अच्छे से छोड़ने? Do I make sense? And you have also taught the child that seesaw need not necessarily be of wood. Then you have to go to a playground. You can do it at home also. You can play it at home also. Yes or no? Yes. Right? Putting in, I don't know, Chinnapuru, have you done it? Pencil paina, we used to put an eraser and balance it. वो भी तो तुम्हारा seesaw ही था. So you don't have to do anything big to show a child seesaw. A small eraser and pencil will also solve the purpose. तो जितना वसूल कर सकते हो करो. How much you can enjoy in the class, do it. Because one 4-liner poem can get so many knowledge learnings for the child. Do I make sense? Yes. So now when you talk about seesaw, you've given him objects handling part. Okay? Okay, up and down you show him the action. Up and down you can show him on pencil and your finger also. Correct? Up means it's going up, down means it's going down. Both of them cannot be at the same time. This is also teaching. Up and down is again opposites. Up, what is the opposite of up? What was the other side? Where did it go? तुमको English class के लिए wait करने का जरूरत नहीं है. Same data can be done right away here. Unknowingly or knowingly, you're actually giving information to the child, with full information in those 4 lines. Do I make sense? Yes. Right? So whenever you're coming into a class to teach, come to a class to teach not because you want to teach but to enjoy. कुछ नहीं करना है तुमको, सिर्फ खुश रहना है. And वो खुशी में the amount of creativity that you will get into the class is immense. ठीक है? मैं getting it? Yes. So seesaw, up and down. यहाँ तक आ गया, up and down. Then you take the next 2 lines. In the air. Now you. How do you show that glass wala with the pen? How do you show it? Now it doesn't have a balance. नीचे कुछ नहीं है. So what is this place? It's empty. Empty means it's full of air. Yeah. Yeah, in the air. See, it's in the air. It's not down. Because when it is down, it's touching the ground. Now there is no air. Air, not air. Science. कुछ नहीं करना है तुमको, बस उनको खुश रखना है. That is all you need to do. So in a statement of 4 lines, you have got science, you've got English, okay, you've got rhymes, you've made them understand. Make sense? Right? Touch and feel concept is taught. And concept not just in one subject, but multiple subjects. See how up it is gone. See how down it is. Making sense? Right? कितना ऊपर है बाप, कितना नीचे है ना. Quantifying. So much up, so much down. Do I make sense? This is how a learning should happen for a child. This is how the teaching should happen with all of you. So I repeat myself time and again. Do not go with this concept you have to pick off. The child will learn when he has to learn. Don't worry. But this learning he will remember because this is already teaching him 1 level ahead. Am I making sense? आ जाएगा अपने आप. Don't worry about it. Make sense? Nana? Sorry, I didn't know. Okay. Can we move on? Yes. Any questions here so far so good? Does it make sense? Yes. Right. Thank you. Now, this is what I was telling you. Yeah, you can show pictures also, but pictures are only pictures. If we have a seesaw, we can show them after the class is over. Or we can show them from the class like this down, how it looks, and then we can show them practically how it is to be done. Much better, much impactful. Okay? This is the thing I was talking about. Now when you're talking about an impactful learning, do not restrict yourself with anything. The first thing that I was talking about, odd and even. How do you do this? There is a class, कितने बच्चे होते हैं? 20? 20 in a class? Start telling them do 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So let's do 1, 2, 1, 2 here. अपना numbers याद रखो. मैं important, I will forget. 2, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay? So here is how we are going to do this 1. All the ones, when I say start, you will start with the first line. All the ones will sing in a chorus with the first line. Same thing, second line will be done by the number 2 people. हम सिर्फ 2 लाइन करेंगे. ठीक है? Once the child gets used to it, then we'll go into the third line and fourth line. Let us see how it works, okay? पहला थोड़ा गोंडगोल होगा, पहले गड़बड़ होगा. It's okay, but we'll figure it out, okay? So all the ones will, when I say 3, 2, 1, then you start. 3, 2, 1, go.
Seesaw, up and down, in the air, on the ground.
Now what is happening? You're teaching opposites. Yes. You're teaching opposites. Not all the line you should know. So are you able to pause where you're supposed to pause? Are you able to recollect your third line? Are you able to identify किसकी बात मेरे को नहीं बोलना है? मैडम get second line. It is okay. It is okay. Hoga, because excitement, kada. All of us want to sing. Right? It's okay. Sometimes, what is another other chance you can do? Sometimes children get tired sitting in one place. Alag kar do. All the ones this side, all the twos this side kar do. And then you start. Look at my hand, okay? Now when I say this hand sings. Then I say stop. Then you sing. This hand will say. Then this hand will sing. What is happening? So and we go slow. Okay. For example. Stop. Up and down. Excellent. Same activity, same rhyme. Now you are telling them what you should say and where you should halt. ठीक है? एक simple 4 line में इतना सारा कांड कर सकते हैं. ठीक है? Move them from the class because that is what they want. Okay? Sometimes other children might want to say, I will sing second line, madam. Oh, wonderful. Let's do it. Let's reverse. Let's start from you. ऐसे करके शुरू करके then you do the same activity. What is happening now? They are learning patience. They are learning support. Okay? They are also realizing that other people also need to be given an opportunity and a chance. है ना? क्या सिखा रहे हो? Manners? है ना? Right. Do I make sense now? Right. This is one of my favorite. This is the last one. Favorite thing. Color code. That day, whenever you are introducing any line, see not more than 4 lines. Okay, so you can have 2 colors. What you can do? You can have a red and a yellow. I'm just giving you an example. Like we divide it like this, we will not divide. We'll make them sit together, but we'll put patches on everybody. So one will have red, one will have yellow. Okay? So red people will sing the first line, yellow will sing the second. Let's try this. अब क्या हो रहा है? Same activity, no color पे just now. Now they're able to identify colors. Okay? So that is one way of doing it. You can also do it with a stupid example, which is pencil and eraser. All the pencils, raise your hand. You will sing the first line.
If someone will say, I have one minute.
That's why they'll choose one. We will decide. Okay? Right, we will decide. So this is one of my favorite, which is color coding. Do I make sense? ठीक है? Same गाने को तुम orchestra के level पे कर सकते हो. A lot of talent gets highlighted. Okay? Don't worry about the swaram. We are not professional singers anyway. Okay? So if you see that there is a drum, in our class we have a duffly or we have a musical instrument. If we don't have anything, we have the pad, we have the table, we have the chalk. कुछ तो है ना? करो. Again color code. People who are drumming will only drum. People who are singing will sing. Okay? Sometimes you do not have a mic. We need to have an orchestra. We need to do a 4-line orchestra. Everybody has understood the song now. क्या करेंगे? चल एक performance करते हैं. Okay, lead singer. सबको paper, fold the paper, A4 size paper, fold it into a round, give them as a mic. If you have an artificial mic, even more better. Okay, or fold the book properly and give it to them. This becomes the mic. They are the lead. Then you have chorus. Then you have one fellow who plays the pam types. Okay, then we have one fellow who's playing the drums. करवाओ. बस. एक orchestra बन जाएगा. Make them stand. You become the audience. Enjoy money. Make sense? So what happens at the end of the day? When you are doing the performance part, you are actually encouraging the child to come and stand in front of people and do it. Building up the confidence. Stage fear निकल जाएगा. Okay? Right? Making sense? So there are multiple. This was not there in their subject. Which subject will it come? Self-development. So in the process of teaching on these 4 lines, हमने एक और character introduce कर दिया, which is after every song we'll have a orchestra. We will have an orchestra performance. People will say, Okay, now you'll say अगर मेरे पास drums नहीं है, musical instrument नहीं है, let's get creative. Tiffin का डब्बा है, हाँ, दरवाजा है, pencil है, table है, music. I should tell you and I must confess, we are 3 sisters, you know, we are 3 siblings in my house. Both my sisters sing very, very well. They have learnt Hindustani classical. Let me not get mine. Okay? So I remember when my sister started going to the hostel, she was studying in Orissa. We all lived in Orissa. So when my sister was studying in the hostel, she used to miss us a lot. बहुत याद आता था उसको. So my second sister and I, हमारे में 3 years का, we have 3 years difference, my second sister and I. So we used to record, उस समय cassettes होते थे. Okay? We never had CD and all. So I remember my sister was very good with singing. We had a harmonium at home because both my sisters used to sing a lot. So harmonium was there and I was very good with drums. I used to play drums in the school. I was the only girl who used to play drums in school. अब drums तुमको है नहीं घर में, कहाँ से मिलेगा drums? And we used to record songs. I love Kishore Kumar. I love Kishore Kumar. Mad about Kishore Kumar. Any song I can just sing off. Okay? So that's how much I madly love that guy. So room. The darwaja, we used to lock it from inside. I used to play the drums on the board, on the door. My akka used to play the harmonium, and that is how we used to send recordings to my sister. Appaswaram doesn't matter, but she used to love. She used to say, "Appa, it is so nice to listen to your Appaswaram, but it makes me feel good. I feel at home." What have I done with the music? Made her feel comfortable in a strange place, making them feel that we love her. Right? So do not judge. We have done it, you can do it. Chair. Plastic chairs से अलग ही आवाज निकलता है. That आवाज is different. So make them hit the chair. Anything that gets you here, do it. Let them pretend and let them enjoy. And let them keep singing. गाना गाने दो. मस्ती मारने. Always close your class. I always say this and I'm telling it to all of you. Close your class with a musical note. ठीक है? खुशी से गाना हो. वो गाना खत्म करना है देशुली. Do I make sense? Right? Any questions? Anything that you want to ask? Okay? Let's move on now a little more. So I have taught you in one single song of 4 lines how many things can be done. Making sense? Right. Now, we are moving now from rhymes and rhythms to stories. We are at 11:30. However, I have time till 1 because after that, not even 1, I have time till 12:30 to be precise. So मेरे पास 1.5 hours है. So anybody take a few minutes, think about it. What are the questions coming to your mind before we get into any other aspect? Before we get into storytelling, any other thing that comes to your mind as far as rhymes and rhythms are concerned? Any challenges that you're facing, especially when it comes to rhymes, not the stories yet, but the rhymes part. Any challenges that you face? Yes, please. Sorry, come again.
Ma'am, if the rhymes is not in a rhyming, the lines are really not in a rhyming words, then it's really very difficult.
Oh yeah, absolutely, I understand it. Ideally, to be honest, for the pre-primary thing that we handle and primary that we handle, ideally it should be rhyming because only when it's rhyming it's interesting. Sadly, sometimes the rhymings don't match. Now this is a very nice place where you can introduce rhymes by yourself too. For example, cat, mat, rat, bat. Suppose 4 words, 4 lines, no, 4 words. ठीक है? Last के words तुमने ले दिए. Okay? Cat, mat, rat, bat. 4 दे दिया तुमने. 4 last words. These are the last words. Now ask the kids to use their creative side to make a sentence and make it rhyming. Okay? Getting where I'm coming from? I saw a cat. Sitting on a mat. Landing
behind a rat. I hit it with a bat. हो गया. I get very fat. अभी क्या हो रहा है? What is happening? You are creating a storyline now. कुछ नहीं है, सिर्फ कुछ बना रहे हैं हम लोग. Yes or no? Making sense? From useless nothing, from one cat, rat, bat से हमने उसको बड़ा एक poem ही बना दिया. Yes or no? And ये poem आपने नहीं बनाया. हाँ. और ये poem, you didn't make the poem. Who made it? This poem was made by the kids. And you don't have to have big words, chota words. So that can be one way of encouraging them to start thinking. Okay? So what is happening? You're making them understand that by one word given, they can actually make a sentence of their own. Okay? You can turn it the other way around also. You can say, okay, I'm going to give you a word called mat. Let me see if we can make a sentence with mat. So if what happens, sometime back you put the mat at the last. Yes? Now you put it in the front. So there are four lines of 2 poems that will come. Same masala, but different. Now what is happening? They made a jingle. Ab usko gaana banao. Let's make an orchestra. You getting it? When I make my own poem, it is my sentence, I will love it any day. Yes or no? Yes. So what are you teaching in this process? In this activity, what have you taught the child? Think, make sentences, creative way of writing making a sentence, and music concept. Okay? And every sentence, you can put it as a word in the forward, or you can put at the back. You can actually use a whiteboard marker or you can use a blackboard, whichever is there in your class. Write it. 4 words at the last. Then erase it. Once the poem is done, you write the poem at the last. Yahan likh do. Okay? And then you write beginning and then push 2 lines. Dash dash. For example, okay, I will show it to you. I'm so sorry. For example, okay, I have a very stupid handwriting. Don't misunderstand me. I would have been born a doctor, which I'm not. Okay, mat, cat, rat, bat. Okay? Now these are in the beginning of the sentence. Okay, what you do, you put them like this. So 4 words are chahiye. Okay? Same thing. So when they say it, you write it. Now this has become a poem. You read it for them. Not once, but at least 3 times. Right? You do that. Remember the action I was talking about? Right? Do that. Once this is done, write this poem here at this corner of the thing. But let it be there. Now take this and then put the lines here. Now they should come at the end of the sentence. Another line has come, so make that line here. So one poem has come here already with the beginning. One poem has come here at the end. Right? You can try one more at the middle. In one class with 4, you have actually made 3 songs with the help of children. तुम्हें कुछ नहीं करना है. Don't just do anything. The children are much equipped. They'll do it very well. Put it in the beginning. Write the word here. Put 2 lines here, 2 lines there. Right? Now what is happening? Creativity is coming up. So do not restrict yourself from teaching a child the way you want to teach it. It's your class. You do it the way you want it. And in this way, you're increasing vocabulary of the child. You're increasing grammar of the child. You're increasing on sentence making for the child. बहुत कुछ हो रहा है just by that 1, 3 or 4 words. You're actually playing it around beautifully well. Am I making sense? Yes. Right? Now for the next question which I'm talking about, which is, if it is not rhyming, then what do I do? Too bad. If it is a part of our class and it doesn't rhyme, karma, we can't do much, but we will pull on with the way it is. Everything is just about you. Remember, the children will follow you. You're not happy, they will see it. So make it lively.
Even this can be done interesting. You can do it color coding. You can do it, odd and even. Right? You can do it musical. It might not sound nice, but it will come through. Making sense? Now, there's another important thing. There are times when students or chotu fellows might not understand meaning of the word. Yeah. Tell them the meaning of that. Okay? Because it is important for them. Tomorrow they use it, they should know they are using it correctly or not. There's a big blunder that happened in one of the training programs where one of the teachers said he used this word in front of his family and his family got upset because that word has got another meaning to it. तो आपको बच्चे को समझाना पड़ेगा कि what is it all about. You have to be very careful, vigilant about it. सही ना? It makes sense? Clear? So if what I would suggest is ये opposite वाला color coding करो, it will come through very well. ठीक है? Rhyming is good, but can't help it. So the poet needs to be taught training. Okay, jokes apart. So far so good as far as the rhymes are concerned, songs are concerned. You are free to use any song but not more than 4. I repeat again and again because that 4 will create enough data. And in that 4 you can give a lot of math, science, English, Hindi, Telugu, सब कर सकते हो उसमें. Make sense? चल आगे बढ़े. Right. We are going to now get into a concept of storytelling. Same thing. Ek Kawa Pyasa Tha was the best example that I can give or as far as storytelling is concerned. A story can be very sad when it comes to, might not have a storyline to it, it might not make sense, the characters are too complicated, but you have every right to change it. According to the characters you resonate with. For example, some children might not like certain animals. You have to be very vigilant about it, okay? Then you need to change the characters. Concept obviously needs to remain the same, but you can change your characters accordingly. You can use Tom and Jerry, you can use Popeye the Sailor Man, जो use करना है करो, so long as the child can relate to it. Okay? First, start with something that you get their attention. If I talk about elephant, I love elephant. I'm in a size of elephant also, but I love elephant. Okay? I'm crazy about elephant. बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Penguins अच्छे लगते हैं. So if you talk to me about elephant, you talk to me about penguin, you think you'll not listen? You listen, right? So give me something that I like. Once you get my attention, then you take me to the book. But first, give me the story the way I like it. एक बार attention मिल गया, you'll nail the head. Got it? Am I making sense? Same way we will now, I'll walk you through a few things about the storytelling part. Sorry. Okay. An impactful thing again here, it can work on the same lines. Where did it move? Did it move on the different one? Introduction to stories, yeah. Any story is not a story which will fit everybody. First of all, identify if the story is good enough for the child. Depending on their age, introduce the story. हम बहुत गलती करते हैं. We make a lot of mistakes. Stories should be carefully chosen. That's why we have different authors using different, audience as an example. Harry Potter cannot write a Chotu Fellow's book. And a Chotu Fellow cannot, an author who writes for Chotu, bless you, a Chotu, audience author cannot write a teenager ka kitab. No. Everybody specializes in their own thing. So whenever Iris is choosing books, it has to choose it with a lot of attentiveness. Okay? Story should be told according to the age. Now let's take the story of Ek Kawa Pyasa Tha. How will you introduce it to a Chotu fellow who's just come to the school now? Abhi shuru kiya, he just started to come. Hand puppets, that's finger puppets, hand puppets, that's one thing. Picture can be another thing. Correct. Flashcards is another beautiful thing that will work. Okay? PPTs, presentation slides, the way you and I am teaching you people. Presentation slides, because seeing is believing.
Am I making sense? So ये करना शुरू करो. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now you come to a little elder class. Give me the biggest class you're handling as of now. Grade 1 and grade 2? Take it. So grade 1. Grade 1. Tell me an example of the same. एक कौवा प्यासा था. How will you introduce that story in grade 1?
I will become a कौवा and enter the class.
That could be one possibility. Anything else? Tell the child to do it. Anything else? But you're introducing the topic for the first time. How are you going to do it? Correct. So now you're talking. So tell me more. How would you introduce this topic to a grade 1?
We talk to them about the work and then about the animals or about the flow,
I have the aura, color, features. That's called features. You will talk about features of correct. You will talk about the features of the crow. Okay? Color शुरू होता है, size शुरू होता है. Because this is the limit of a crow. It's a bird. It's a bird. Correct. And which part? Where does it come? See, like for example, sparrows. Tell me honestly, how many of you have last seen sparrow and when did you see? नहीं दिख रहा. But I can still see crow. I cannot see sparrows. Sparrows levo. Mean Susaro, you are lucky. I have not seen. You have seen? No, I have not seen. Lately, I have not seen. It is very difficult. I've seen pigeons like mad. They become more of pigeons than less of. See, now it is a sparrow. The child has to see, no. Seeing, जो दिखता है वो दिखता ही नहीं है. So how do you introduce that? So, then you show the picture. Then you show if there is a possibility of a picture on the book. Then show them the book, which is what you people are already doing. Okay? But the concept is same story can go on till 2nd grade. Same story. Because how you introduce a story to a pre-KG, okay, then how you introduce them, with what concept you are introducing them to the next one, and then to the next one makes a lot of difference. For the first and second class, the crow can be big or small. Sparrow is small, crow is big. Opposite हो गया. Black, काला हो गया. Big, sound, cow, cow. You know, तो वो एक हो जाता है. The size of the beak, the way the beak is made. कितना आ गया? कितना आ गया? एक बर्ड का पूरा चेप दिया हम लोग. So apart from telling the story, how beautifully can you get it out? Okay? And again, when you're going into a little more science, why is crow black? है ना? उसका एक है. When you look at the scientific reason, there is a reason why it is black. ठीक है? Crow क्या खाता है? जरूरी नहीं है. You need to, but it's nice you can teach a child what it eats. You know?
Vegetarian and not
it is vegetarian, non-vegetarian both. Beak में उसके पास sometimes कीड़ा भी होता है. There's an earthworm in its beak. So it eats non-veg and it veg also. So you can give him vada also. Onion vada, sambar idli. Jokes apart. I hope you understand what I mean. Now what is coming? If you tell this to a kid, might not be able to relate much. But when you come to a grade 1, he can identify what is vada sambar. He will identify what is pergarnam, dahi chawal, paratha, roti. Is able to identify? Introduce food there. You might again tell me, Ramya, हमको तो उतना सिखाने का नहीं है. But it's okay. What is important is how much of data and how much of information extra can you give him so that he can relate. Right? This is one. Again, this is one thing I request all of you to do. I'm sure you're doing it. If you're doing it, great. If you're not doing it, start doing it now. Very important. You're always saying the title of the book, but hereafter I want you to tell me the author's name. That pre-KG might not understand the title of the author's name. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Keep telling the name. Keep telling the character's name. Can anybody tell me why I insist from the beginning you should teach? Can anybody tell me? Why should you introduce the name of the author, the book name, the author's name, the illustrator's name? Why should you give those names to the child? Even if it's pre-KG or standard 1, why should you give them? Anybody? Why should you give the book's name, author's name, illustrator's name to the child? क्यों बोलना जरूरी है? Anybody? You think they will remember? We only don't remember. I am again talking about feeling only, but what feeling are you inculcating now?
They can write stories. The person who wrote the story, they will know the person has.
They should respect, learn of respect. Everything that they are reading is done by somebody. There's an effort being put. The story is being created. How will you learn to do the art of appreciation? When the names are said. So when the names are introduced, let them clap. So this story is about Hansel and Gretel. Let's clap for Hansel and Gretel. Yay! Now the story was written by, tell the author's name. Let them clap. They should know कि effort बनता है एक book लिखने के लिए. They might not understand it now, but keep making it a habit. They will learn the art of appreciation. This is not taught in the school, but you will teach them. Are you able to understand what I'm saying? Choti. So tomorrow when they are going out, they will learn to appreciate you. Sometimes, we all teachers go unacknowledged. Sometimes just a turning around and the child saying, I like the class today, madam, you look very pretty, madam, or kya din ban jata hai. Yes? Art of acknowledging and appreciating. Start. My humble submission to all of you is, bhulna nahi. This is something I always did to my children. And they love books. So today, they read a book and they appreciate the effort being put by the author. You are teaching art of acknowledgement, art of appreciation, just by storytelling. Make sense? Able to relate? Able to understand? Last but not the least, introducing of characters. पहले characters बताओ, फिर story शुरू. Always start with characters first. There were 2 crows, 1 tortoise. They should know what crow means, what crows mean. 1 crow, 2 crows. Plural, singular, plural. Chappakunda Uchasindi, it's come through. How many crows did I say is there in the story? 2 crows. Sound of sir should sound out correct. क्या हो रहा है? एक story के introduction में you have started singular, plural also. 1 tortoise. Right? Yeah, that's the introduction here. Do I make sense? Right? एक किताब में इतना कर सकते हैं हम लोग. Identifying of who is a male, who is a female. Gender. Okay? That comes in. So all that are critical. Do I make sense? Right. Let me take you on for a few more things. So depending on what the age is, एक extra addition work you can do. ठीक है? Right? Basic, mediocre and senior. Right? Any questions so far? So far so good? Right. Another important part for all of you to understand is voice modulation. इसका हम कल activity, tomorrow we have a communication class. कल हम इसका activity करेंगे. But then you know what voice modulation is? Why is it critical for communication? Especially with children? Anybody?
They understand the sounds, expression, attraction,
When you say they understand sounds, इसका क्या मतलब है?
we act like through sounds.
Voice modulation is different, sounds are different.
Happiness and expression, emotions.
Yeah, answer. For voice modulation has nothing to do with the sound part, it is the expression. Pronunciation also, correct. Hi. अपने आप को देखा है when you're on the phone, okay? When you're talking something, चपड़ा, busy होना, चुप. आवाज, you don't see me. जल्दी बोल बा, time नहीं है. आवाज, okay? Hi, you seem to be very happy today, क्या बात है? Right? That's why they say any communication, the misunderstanding becomes high when your modulation is wrong. It is mostly not about the words used, it is mostly about the way it sounds. It is mostly about the way it sounds. Don't misunderstand me, the example I'm going to give you. When you look back at your personal life, you're not feeling angry or sad about anybody else. You're feeling sad about the way. I didn't feel bad what you told me. What I felt bad is, it didn't sound right. You're very rude. Aata hai na? So communication is always about how it sounds. This comes later. Do I make sense? For all you wonderful people sitting here, work on your modulation. A beautiful story can be killed if there is no modulation. And a useless story can also be made interesting, like our grandmother did with the modulation. So work on your tone at all point in time. Always work on your tone. Because if there is excitement, the child will hear it. And if the child will hear it, it will want to see. If it wants to see, it will be able to understand what you are trying to say. Got it? Always operate high, low, stable, then high, low, stable. Making sense? Yes. Always work on your voice. So if you want to seek attention, this is the only way. Making sense? क्या हो गया? कुछ कह रहे थे आप? बोले? Right. Right. Let's do one. Let us go ahead. Each one of us will tell us a happy or a sad statement. Okay? Or an angry statement. Or an emotion. Any emotion. You can choose any emotion. I leave this class open. आपको जो emotion, whichever emotion you want to be a part of, you want to express, go ahead, do it, but with a statement. ठीक है? I will pass the phone, I will pass the mic on to each one of you. Pick up any emotion that you want to talk about. I want you to use that emotion in your speech, ensuring the modulation is happening. ठीक है? Without you telling what it is, only by hearing, we will guess what your emotion has been. Let's try it. Okay, this is a nice activity to do. Okay, let's try from here. Each one of you think about your statement. Do not waste time. Think about a statement. None of us will turn around. None of us will look at who is saying it. You just go ahead, say. We will pause for a moment. We'll understand what the emotion was all about. ठीक है? शुरू करें? Ready, ma'am? Okay, you want to take some time. चलो. Anybody, any statement, any emotions. ठीक है? Ready? Back. Anything. No speak. Let us speak. One statement of any emotion.
Tomorrow my parents are going.
Look at that. What did you feel? Tell me about the feeling. Tomorrow my parents are going. Whereas if it was a boy who was just started to work, tomorrow my parents are going. There is a lot of difference. Yes? Imagine, yeah, of course. You know, a child is like, now they are going. Finally they are going. So there's a lot of emotional thing. Very beautiful, excellent. Aapki baat. Keep passing it on.
After going home, I go to my grandma home.
I go to my grandma's home. You were not loud enough, so people could not have any idea about the emotion.
Today is my birthday.
Good. Is it officially yes? Party marker.
I had chicken biryani yesterday.
Chicken biryani yesterday. Yes.
Today I'm missing my daycare kids.
Today I'm missing my daycare kids. She was very specific.
I love the way you talk, Ramya ma'am.
Thanks.
Today the first day my daughter went to college.
I don't know where, what. చెప్పాలి ఎనీ ఎమోషన్స్, కోపం ఉండొచ్చు, ప్రేమ ఉండొచ్చు, హ్యాపీనెస్ ఉండొచ్చు, సాడ్నెస్ ఉండొచ్చు, ఎనీథింగ్ ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ చెప్పాలి.
I lost my mom.
Sad. Good.
I miss my parents.
Today my child is in my friend's house. She is not allowing in the training.
Oh, she's not allowing you to be in the training.
So I miss her.
You miss her. Fair enough. Yes.
Today is my birthday. Nobody wished me. I'm so sad.
Oh my God! Is it really? No. They might see, because they carried away. That's the power of emotion. Yes.
Hey, I love you, Ramya Raman.
Yesterday I was enjoying so much in the rain.
It rained, huh? Yes. Which location you live in?
Most of the time.
Lucky you.
I lost my dad, so I'm missing him.
What are you doing, Nana, today?
That's an inquiry. Excellent.
I want to listen a beautiful song.
That's nice. Somebody's emotional.
I lost my pencil today.
My daughter may be missing me today.
My daughter may be missing. I know.
Yesterday, after a long time, I went dinner with my best friend.
Interesting.
Oh my God, what is this?
Good.
My son brought me an ice cream for me with all of his love. I'm very happy for that.
Who gave the money?
Today I'm going to buy a bike, my vehicle.
Wow, good.
After this meeting, I'm going for shopping.
See that happiness I can already see.
Keep the books in the right place.
Look at the anger coming through. Excellent.
I think my kids are enjoying with their grandparents.
The lady behind, please.
I don't like milk, but my mother made me to drink.
Oh, so true. Lactose intolerance.
I miss my daughter.
You miss your daughter. Good. Let's try the cue. Yes.
I'm missing my son.
You're missing your son. Good.
I'm missing my elder son.
You have 1 year, you are missing the other one. Good.
Hey, tomorrow is a Sunday, fun day. Let's go for an outing.
If you sing, you can swing.
Very nice.
Day after tomorrow, my parents are going to come.
There you go. One is happy, one is sad.
I miss my friend. Oh, from Monday, my school will be open. My teacher gave me a star today.
Wow, lucky you. Yes, can you pass it on? Yes, you guys are done. Did I finish with everybody? Anybody is left? Okay. Yes, we did laugh at each other, but we did find emotions very strong coming up. Okay? Missing was very strong. Tomorrow they're coming is very strong. Taking on a vacation is very strong. And whether you accept it or not, whatever statement may be, when you put a little sense of voice modulation to it, it enhances. Like they say, in the food sector, they say put some dhania patta at the last. It looks very nice. The coriander makes a lot of difference. They say that sweet chutney, the roasted onions. है ना बिरयानी में वो डालना चाहिए, then the taste becomes nice, they say, right? Like the taste of the biryani or any other food gets enhanced with that particular ingredient. Any communication will get enhanced when you have this ingredient. Make sense? So do not lose it. Nobody likes monotone. Everybody likes, a tone which is more modulating. By the way, I'm so sorry I missed out. I got carried away in my own thing. Do you guys need a break? I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Papa? Okay, I just got carried away. I completely forgot. I'm so sorry. Right. So there is one where you can work on your one activity which you just now did is modulating your voice. Voice can make it or break it. Okay, so work on this as many times as possible. Second important thing, as much as you emphasize on the voice, emphasize on the words. Big elephant sounding, okay, small cat. Cat sounded normal, but the small became what's really. So now my imagination of the child is, how small can the small be? Big, how big can big be? Right? How huge can the huge be? तो जितना हम उसको modulate करेंगे, I will create a lot of good imaginations in the child, in the mind of the child. Okay, so that is one. Vocabulary is another. Sentence formation, sentence structuring. They don't need to understand noun, pronoun now, but how is it getting structured? How are you pronouncing words? Rhino. Right? Rhinoceros. Photography. Photograph. Photographer. What word lo enni meanings vastunayi? Banana. Right? Chocolate. Yeah. All of them have got different pronunciations. So that is another thing that you can work upon. Without insisting much, you can do that very easily. Second important activity that we're talking about is about peace. The more expressive, I always believe, especially with children, do not hesitate. Do not hesitate to express yourself. Children are the best audiences we can get. They don't judge. Whereas an adult will judge, Abba, how much is exaggerating? Why does she need to do this? They become more judgmental, but for kids, there is no judgment there. They just love you the way you are. Bindas. This is the best group to be with. Non-judgmental. You guys actually did that when you were saying. Khushi dikti hai. Amma Appa not there. Feel bad. I miss dad. Feel bad. Yeah, that bad feeling comes when the emotions are high. So never try to hide your emotions. There are times in the class, we are all human, we have a family, we have other things happening in life too. There will be times when it is difficult. You can't be pretentious all the time. Okay? But best part about communication is a child will be able to identify if you are really happy or really sad. Madam, what happened, madam? Why are you sad, madam? Kaise aa raha hai? It's because of your tone. Because your body is not supporting it. Absolutely. Those all come in the communication part of it. So read the story, emphasize on actions, happy, sad, etc. Ask short, probing questions. This is important. Pucho, jitna puchoge, the more you ask, the more you get. Arigandi, ask. So how big was the elephant? What is the size of the elephant? Big. We are not looking at 80 kg, 120 kg, वो नहीं देख रहे हैं. हम बस बोले, तुम्हारे हिसाब से कितना big? Pucho. The more you ask, the more you get. The more you get, the more well informed the kids are. So ask, ask, ask. Do it as a dialogue, not as a monologue. Monologue is one-side lecture, college. College, the teacher comes, they do their job, whether we are sitting or bunking, it doesn't matter. But here, everything matters. From the way I talk, way I walk, way I sit, way I stand, what I'm wearing, what I'm not wearing, everything is observed. Everything a child is observing, you got to be very, very careful. Making sense? Alright? So you got to be very careful with these. Right? Ask the right kind of questions. What happened to the ant the other day? What was there in the story about the ant? What happened to the ant? Oh my God! तुमको भी तो महसूस हो ना? Did it get hurt? You think it must have got hurt very bad? What do you think? You just said it was hurt. The story just said it was hurt. Now let me ask a probing question. You think the ant must have got really hurt? What do you think it could be? No, a little bruise, madam. One band-aid will do. Kaha, words are coming out of now. Right? He's becoming more creative now. Right? Oh, he cannot walk anymore, madam. Now he's able to see that it might be a bigger chore. Okay? What are you doing? Trying to get the creativity in mind. So her hurt can be cleared with a band-aid or it has to be gone to the doctor. Again, you're trying to give two evaluations. Ye jitna karoge utna acha. Keep doing it. The more you involve the children, the less they will sleep in the class. I'm getting recorded also. Anyway, got it? Makes sense? Last but not the least this. I'm sure all of you do it, but please do it by involving them. Always involve your audience. Always involve the chotus. Never lose one opportunity. Okay, I don't want to use my fingers. Who wants to lend their fingers to me? Who wants to lend their fingers to me? I want to do it. Switch it off. Again, you are encouraging him to stand in front of the public and talk. Again, you are encouraging him to be involved. If I am asking for help, I am asking for help only, no? Right now I am asking for help. I don't want to use my hand. So I am asking somebody to help me. Are you ready to help me? So you are teaching the value of supporting, value of sharing, value of respect. समझ में आ रहा है? तो एक activity से इतना सब कुछ भी कर Do I make sense to all of you? Right? So keep your antennas open all the time. Restricted book movements will stop you from growing as a teacher yourself. Right? And the best part, whether you like it or not, but the best part is you have got the bestest audience. You cannot ask for a better audience than this. Non-judgmental, very happy kids. Bindas ash karo. Enjoy your class. You enjoy, they will enjoy. You don't enjoy, they will not enjoy. So don't restrict yourself. Making sense? Now, the other thing that you can do with storytelling, which you talked about. Okay? Here is another aspect we can do. Okay? This you can ask children also to draw. Or you can draw it, you can ask them to color it. Am I making sense? Right? That is also another way of encouraging. Right? So, select a sequential card as per the storyline. You can go as per the picture. You can use PPT and slides to go as per picture. Next is a flip book. Do you do this? Proud of you. But even this can be done on different levels. For a chotu, how will you do it with the pre-primary kid? Okay, what else can you do? Socho. Coloring. Let it be black and white. Let them color. Okay? You tell them the wings of the butterfly will be yellow. Okay, the inside rounds will be red. Let us see if they are able to understand instructions. If you give everybody one butterfly to draw, then they will all draw different colors. But here you are instructing, let's go by rule. Now what is happening? Are they able to understand two rules at the same time? एक बार हम rule बोलते हैं तो सबका आ रहा है? Are they able to do it? Yeah, so that you should be able to do that. Next, here. This is one of my favorite. One of my favorite. This is for standard 1, 2 wala category. What do? You don't do it as a flip. Don't do it as a flip. A4 size paper with print nikal do. Let all the characters be in different boxes and then label them. Let them color it. Now let them label them.
Number. They have to write the number according to the story.
They can sequence it. One is that. Second, label body parts. Because the standard 1 already knows what eyes is, no? He knows where elephant's eyes are, no? The line is already there. He has just write eyes. So three words, that's all. Make sense? So now what is happening? Same story, but a different picturization. Coloring, let them do it the way, because they saw it in the flip card, they must have seen the color. So this is also identification. Memory. What was the color of the butterfly? Who can tell me?
It had yellow and green, madam. Yellow where, green where? Yellow and red. Where was yellow? Where was red? हो गया? So reiteration, recollection. Second, I have collect the body parts. For example, there is a butterfly. Then उसके कहाँ हैं? कितने wings हैं? Identify how many wings. Okay, write small question. How many wings does a butterfly have? Let them count. Numbers हो रहा है. Okay, what color? You already told me it is yellow and inside is red. That is already taken care of. So memory is happening. Eyes. कितने eyes हैं? 2 eyes हैं. ठीक है. How many tentacles do they have? How many? So क्या हो रहा है? Numbers. Identification. Shapes. What is the shape of the eye of the butterfly? Circle. है ना? Unknowingly or knowingly introducing math. एक ही एक्टिविटी में इतना सब कुछ चल रहा है. Do I make sense? Same thing. Suppose you're saying about a little boy. Little boy का body बना दिया. Chaddi, knicker, everything is there. Tell him to color that knicker and t-shirt and then body parts. Label. How many knees? How many fingers on his right foot? Right, left. Sense of direction. Don't go by syllabus. See what you can do for the child. How much of value add can you do in that one session? Getting it? And doing it that way, you will be a much more successful, and the child will be much more happier because now he will start talking and the parent will be like, shh, he's understood directions, he's understood right and left. Bindas. Okay? Do I make sense? Right? So far so good? Right. This is another thing I love to do. Agar aap log, you don't have to be a perfect artist. You don't have to be a perfect artist. Okay? Or you can give each one of them one sheet of paper, A4 size. Apna banao. Make your own butterfly, color it. Tell me how many wings. You know these things. Let them do it. Let the artist come on. Let the creative side come. आने दो. जैसा बनता है बनने दो. Every butterfly is beautiful in itself. Appreciate it, move on. बनाने दो. Crayons दे दो, pencil दे दो. Time pass. Okay? One you did coloring, second you made them to draw, third you asked them to identify. Next here is a very other important thing. Class 1 and class 2 के लिए. Introducing grammar. 1 eye, 2 eyes. Singular, plural. Adjectives. Big hand, tall boy. है ना? है ना? Huge elephant. How many characters are there in that story? Take a printout and put it all on the same sheet. And let them say big, small, put an adjective. Put a dash there and say put an adjective for it. Now what is happening? Correct. Without even realizing they will be learning adjectives. Is the giraffe big or huge or tall? Tall. Why tall there? Elephant is big or huge? Big. Huge might be too early for them, but big. So big works. ठीक है? Make sense, everybody? बहुत सारे कर सकते हैं. Again, last but not the least. Now, who can tell me about the taste part? Smell and taste. Story में कहाँ मिलता? Smell and taste. This is exactly correct. This is exactly where your modulation and creativity comes very handy. Huge tree of coconut. There was a mango orchard that we passed by. Such a sweet smell. Yellow ripe mango, mushy mango. क्या हो रहा है? Apart from saying it, you're trying to tell how it is absolute sweet mango. Identify. Imagine, this is a fact. We are all adults, that's why it's easy for me to tell you.
When you talk to Amma or you talk to your mother-in-law, whoever, who is a good cook, you ask Amma, I want one recipe, and Amma says, okay, do this, it will come out very well. Yes? And then at very well, when you compare to your food, you'll understand who is in the belly. Correct? है ना? पता लगता है ना? That is what I'm trying to say. She only told it by word. But when you taste it, when she says, put just 2 pots of garlic, or too much change हो जाएगा. Put a little ghee before eating. Darling, put do it in the ghee, it will be very nice. Wait, अलग ही feeling हो जाएगा. Correct? Yes or no? Right. Now this is how did that happen? She only told you. You only heard her, but you could taste it. That's what happens here also. Do I make sense? So anytime when you're telling a story, do not, even if there is anything you can add more value to the story, do it. The author will not come and kill you. The author will not come and kill you. So go ahead and do it. Khushi karo. Dark, huge forest with long, tall trees. Man, it was so scary. It was dark, creepy. वो सब नहीं था story में. Direction. Make it. It is your direction. That is what the child will appreciate. So how was the forest? How were the trees? It was touching the sky. But obviously too tall. Correct? Right. That's what you know. Do I make sense to all of you? Right? Do not hesitate from exploring any opportunity you get to be with the child to express more. Always remember, that is how I do my teaching. Sense organs ko active rakho. Your sense of smell, sense of speech, sense of taste. Okay? Touch and feel. Do it. Make sense? So the more we do this, the more the child will get activated. Last but not the least, we're almost there. Where did it go? I lost some words. There are lots of words that I wanted to say. Okay. Look a video. A video. We'll do an assignment for a bit, but look a video. Oh. Yeah. This is one of my, okay.
I haven't learned this when I was a child. One that's always stuck out to me though was when I was about 10 years old and I was in school and I struggled. And I struggled with English, math, or science. I struggled with it still. And I would try to listen, focus, and process ideas, but I couldn't help myself. To be honest, I would sit there and I would just start tapping. And the students in the class would look at me and they'd say, hey, stop tapping. A lot of the times I didn't realize I was doing it. And then eventually the teachers got after me and they yelled at me and they said, Cliff, you have to stop tapping. It got so bad that I got sent to the principal's office for tapping. And he said to me, can we go back to class? Just try sitting on your hands. So I said I went back to class and I felt myself starting to tap. I did this, I sat on my hands. And that worked for about 5 seconds. One time I was tapping in class and my teacher, Mr. Jensen, he looked at me and he yelled. And he said, Cliff, stay after class. And I thought to myself, this is it, I am done. I've always been the type of person who believes a single moment in time can change a person's life. And this was one of those moments for me that I will never forget. So I was sitting there with Mr. Jensen and we were watching. He walked past me and sat next to his desk and he said, Cliff, come here, I want to talk to you. And as he looked at me right in the eyes, he said, no, I need you to know something, you're not in trouble. But I do have just one question that I have to ask you. And he asked, he said, have you ever thought about playing the drums? And in that moment, Mr. Jensen, he leaned back and he opened the top drawer of his desk. And he reached in and he pulled out my very first pair of drumsticks. And he held it in his hands and he looked at me and he said, hey, Clint, you're not a problem.
child best for the world. You're preparing him for the world, so he's more better and equipped. ये सोच के चलो. He might do engineering tomorrow, medical tomorrow, that is not your contention. You are preparing the child for his first learning. So prepare him for the world, not to the world. Got it? I don't know how many of you understood this video, and it was a very sentimental video. That's why I said when I started my class, I said I remember my Sheila ma'am. Because she used to always tell me, Ramya, don't stop talking. You talk very well. You will be very nice orator. It will be nice, people will love to listen to you. I never understood what it was because my dad never appreciated me talk. Getting where I'm coming from? So, ask what teacher bano, which looks at the child and says, don't put your hand in the bottom. Then he realized, there's something that I can do, and he gave a pair of drumsticks. And today he's got an orchestra, a unit of his own where he goes and does performance. A child who was not ready to sit in the class, people used to humiliate him, people used to tell him, kya jab dekho drum marta rehta hai. Today the whole energy, the whole excitement, the whole energy of his has been transformed into one unit which is drumming. And he says he's made my life. He has made a career of his own by that one person. Not by all the other engineering teachers and medical teachers, by that one teacher and one teacher only. I want each one of you beautiful women sitting here who are sitting here for transforming kids, transforming their lives, getting the confidence which they never had. That's why I use the word called awesome words. Words of appreciation. Dekho jo nahi dikh raha hai. See what cannot be seen by others. That's why we are sitting with these audiences. Right? So be beyond your subject, be beyond Iris, be beyond you. So I had a great time, I hope you had too. I'm going to start off with an assignment for all of you. Okay? Yes? आपने वो list बना लिया? Words के? अच्छा, that day? Yeah, for the activity. We'll give them the assignment for now. Remember? Divide them into groups. We are how many of us? We are about 30? 35. 35. Okay. Let's make a group of 5. Okay. Okay. One. Okay. आधा चाहिए थे बोले. All the pencils sit together. हाँ चालू. Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 बोलेंगे. Then next set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how we write.
Remember your numbers, friends.
4, 5.
To be power in one situation. What activity?
4, 5.
Excellent.
2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3,
4, 5. Perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Timing. Yes. Excellent closure. Okay, so all the ones, before we all move our places, all the ones on my left, all the 2s here, all the 3s behind, all the 4s there. 5 को किधर बिठाएंगे? इधर ही. 5 in the between. आ जाओ. Come. Don't move your chairs, just move yourself. Take your scribbling pads, pens, we don't need them. All the ones on the left, all the 2s here, all the 3s there, all the 4s in the corner there, all the 5s in the between. Go on. All the ones here. Oh, very good. All the ones on my left, all the 2s here. All the 3s on the right side corner, all the 4s on the left side corner, all the 5s in between. So thank you ladies for sitting in groups. Am I audible? Yes. I keep forgetting that we're going live also. I'm so sorry. Okay, thanks for dividing yourself into groups. Look at the weather, that's okay for now. Okay, so the activity is very simple. Whatever we've learned today in the class, in the rhymes and stories, is what we're going to implement. Okay? So each one of the teams will be given about 4 white papers. Okay? You'll be given at least about 3 to 4 A4 size papers. Each team will be given. You will be also given crayons and pencil. I saw that. Okay, so you'll be given crayons. It's a teamwork. Okay? So what you're supposed to do, you can pick up 4 to 6 words, rhyming words. Okay? You can pick up 4 to 6 rhyming words. Make a rhyme out of it. Okay? So you need to make a poem. Once you make a poem, then you need to divide the character. You have to first say how you're going to do this poem and teach the children. So this is a practical that you will do in a bit. So you can use any props that you want to make it interesting, or there will be like markers and crayons given to you, not markers, crayons given to you. You can use them for coloring. Identify what characters you want to place there. So that is one that you need to do. From nothing, we are coming into something. Okay? Mind you, it has to have math. It has to have science. Okay? It has to have development of personality. It should have English. World around you. That's another important aspect. So ये सारे subjects उसमें होने चाहिए. How you are going to how are you going to express it to the child is what we're going to look at. Are you all able to understand what I'm saying? So you're going to have 6 words, 4 words, 6 words depending on what you want. Make a poem out of it. How are you going to introduce this poem to the little audience that we're looking at? Depending on which audience, I leave it up to you, and how you want to introduce these relevant subjects to them with that poem. One is that. Second, including the same words, you need to prepare a storyline. Same words, but you have to now prepare a storyline. Am I making sense? Any questions? Right, you have to prepare a storyline. Again, you have crayons and everything. आपको कैसे करना है? Whether you want to do it as a flip card, or you're going to do it as a card presentation, are you going to do it as a whiteboard marker presentation? Do you want to do it as a animation? Do you want to do it as your body? You want to express it into the particular character? I leave it up to you. You can also become characters if that is what it is. But every single person in the team has to be a part of that presentation. So जब आप group presentation करोगे यहाँ पे, okay? दिख के आना चाहिए. Everybody should be involved. Okay. No, we did the seesaw poem. They've done that already. You remember the seesaw poem, right? And we did a lot of homework in it. So keeping that concept in mind, you have to do 2 things. 6 words of rhyming, your own choice. First, make a poem out of it. Then you tell how the poem is to be taught to which group. Then you need to ensure that you have all the subjects involved in it, math, science, and social and all that. Then you get into the storyline, keeping the same words. You can become the characters and display it, or you can do it as a picture. Understood? Everybody. We are exactly at 12:30. आपको कब तक इसका टाइमिंग है आपके पास? No, you have to make presentations also. So, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. ठीक है? 10 minutes. Okay, let me make it even more easier since we only guys, once again, since we only have 10 minutes, you can either make it as a story or poem, whichever, anyone. But everybody needs to be involved.
Involvement of every member is required. Okay?
Girls, I'll see you at 4:30. I'll see you at 4:30, okay?
She needs Wi-Fi password. But
inside the box. Okay friends, your time is up. Okay, now raise your hand, the team who is done. Who is done with the preparation? Okay. I request this team to please come forward. All other teams, stop the discussion. We'll give you time to discuss after the presentation. Till then, please concentrate here. Excuse me. Time is up. Yes, all of you pay attention here. Yes, you can have the mic. Introduce with your name and the name of the center. Yes, you can turn this side now. All of your eyes here. Excuse me, can I see? Okay. All of your eyes here now. Yes, team A. Yes, any doubts? Any doubts? Which one, sir? Which one? Sushma, you have to pay attention here. Otherwise, you will be given the last chance to perform.
No problem.
I'll take crayons now. Stop it, stop it.
The round button is there, that shut down like this. You can press that.
Yes, friends, we all are waiting for you. After you keep quiet, we are going to start.
नंबर है ना नीचे 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 that green wala light
Everyone finger on your lips now.
again yes
Ready? Team is waiting for you, friends. Hold your hands. All are swinging in air now. Who wanted to make children fly like a bird? Now you handle their fly now. Okay, all set? Yes. Start yourself with introducing with your name and the name of the center you are coming with, and then start with your presentation. That's right. That's the reason. Yes, ma'am. Name your name and the name of the center.
Maheshwari and action.
My name is Sarita. I am from Goa.
My name is Sasmita. I am from Defense Colony.
My name is Shailaja. I am from Malkajgiri.
Uma from Nagaram.
My name is Kusum. I am from Uppal branch.
My name is Lakshmi Tulsi. I am from Yapran, Sainipuri branch.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a poem, ma'am. Man sitting under the fan and drinking a can.
Waiting for a van and ran to catch a van.
And the questions, where man is sitting? What man is drinking? Yeah. Okay. What man is drinking?
Is drinking a can of milk.
How many wheels are there?
There are 4 wheels to the van.
Why man is running?
Catch a van.
That's all, ma'am.
So what are the running words? Your team member raised hand. You all are ready, she said. Okay, I give you 1 more minute grace time. After that, your time is up. Are you all ready? 1 minute. Ready? All of you? Please come. Still we have lot of performance marks to be given to this team. If you still talk, it will be 0, minus marks. You talk after discussion? You don't talk in the discussion? Okay friends, again time is up. I'll give you 1 more minute. I'll give you 1 more minute after this performance. Excuse me, we'll have your performance after lunch. We'll give you ample of time. Okay? Yes friends, the entire team is waiting for you. Can they start? Can they start, Sushma ma'am?
Yes. This is Suchitra from Damaiguda.
My name is Ramya. I'm from Tumkunta branch.
Sunita Krishna from Damaiguda.
Masarat from Boinpalli.
My name is Karni from Defense Colony.
Amrita from AS Rao Nagar branch.
My name is Hema from Yapral branch, Sainipuri.
Is it a rhyme or a story? Super.
It's a cat dream story. Yeah, the name of the story is a cat dream. The rhyming words are cat, rat, mat, hat, fat. And here it starts.
I'm the cat. Okay. Tell me who all you are.
I'm a cat. I'm playing.
I'm the master.
Okay.
I'm the rat.
Wait, what is she? No. Yes, once again.
I'm playing as a cat.
Okay.
I'm being the master.
I'm playing as a rat.
My role is also rat.
Okay.
My role is hat.
My role is mat.
Nice.
And I'm the narrator.
Okay.
I am a big fat cat. My name is Sassy Cat. Lying on my small mat, wearing a beautiful hat. Seeing a rat, I am feeling hungry, thinking in my mind how to grab. I saw the rat and the rat saw me. Just when I want to grab, my master patted on my back. Yeah, and she woke up.
Super. Very good. Very, very nice. I think what I could see over here was also expressions along with the involvement of each and every member. Super. Very good. Very, very good. Good performance. Good narration of the story. Very nice. Okay, can anyone tell me what were the rhyming words here? No? I am sure your children are also like this in your class. They are learning so many things from you. Raise your hand before you speak. Otherwise, I am going to train your children now. Yes, ma'am.
Rat, mat, cat, sad hat.
One more.
Pat.
How many rats? 2. Very good. Big round of applause once again. Super. Wait. Okay, tell me what is the name of the cat? You. I know the answer. No. Yes, Sushma ma'am, what is the name of the cat? will be after lunch. Right now, performance. I'll give you time for discussion after this performance. I think for this team, I have to tell all other teams are ready. Stop discussion and have performance. Friends, all the teams are ready now. Still need some time to discuss. All ready? Are you ready, ma'am? If they seriously wait for you, I think they'll go to skeleton. Okay, yes. Ma'am, introduce yourself with the name of your center and your character. Is it a rhyme or a story? Rhyme.
Hello everyone, my name is Savita. I am from Boinpalli.
Hi, myself Swati, I am from Tumukunta.
Hi, my name is Revati. I am from Damaiguda.
Hi, I am Swagata. I am from Defense Colony.
Hi, I am Asha Jyoti from Damaiguda. Hi, my name is Nagaratnam. I am coming from Yapar.
Hello, this is Rupa from Esra Nagar branch.
Yes, please.
The rhyme's name is Happiness. Tring, tring, sing and swing, swing in the spring.
I cannot see actions.
With the wings. Tring, tring, sing and swing, swing in the spring, flying with the wings. Oh, I found the ring.
I found the ring. Okay, what is the suffix? Rhyming. Rhyming. Spring. Let them say. You all know. Anyone? Raise your hand. Swing. Yes, ma'am. Swing. What are the other words used with this rhyme? Swing. Ring. Tring. One more. Swing. Very good. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was really very good.
Thank you.
One minute now. Your time starts now. Yes, please. Oh, you are done. Please come.
Hello everyone, this is Aruna from Esra Nagar branch.
I am Nanda from Defense Colony.
Mariam from Bonpalli.
My name is Madhuri. I am from Nagaram.
Myself Kafya from Medipalli branch.
I am Shweta from Uppal.
Sushma Bose from Bovenpalli.
Yes, you need.
Friends, story. We are narrating a story of two friends. The name of the story is Two Friends. And the rhyming words are wet, net, met, set and get. Once upon a time, there were two friends. They were happily playing. Snoopy and Snowy. Snoopy and Snowy were playing with the two red colored balls. They were playing with the two red color ball. Snoopy is a boy and Snowy is a girl. They were playing in the garden with full of green grass and colorful flowers. They were so happily playing. But what happened? There was a butterfly. Snoopy
And Snowy met a butterfly, beautiful butterfly, was flying in the garden. Then they saw the ball was going away. Snoopy saw the ball going away and he went to catch the ball. And while running, he slipped and fell down. And she was so sad. Oh my God, I got hurt on my leg. Oh my God, what is happening here? It's paining. Somebody help me. And Snowy came. What happened to you, friend? Why are you crying? I got hurt on my leg. So painful. Then they saw the red color ball is stuck in the net. Oh, how will we take this ball? Come on, please, Snowy, help me. Okay, don't worry, my friend. I'll help you. Yay, we got the ball from the net. We both are happy. Thank you, Snowy, for helping me. Yes. So the moral of the story is a friend in need is a friend indeed. We have used the numbers, we have used 2 balls. Color, we have used red color. And emotions, we have used sad and happiness. And EVS, a singular and plural we have used. And that's it. Moral of the story is done. Thank you all. Very good.
Very, very nice performance. Seriously, with the intonation, using the expressions, and your flow was also very good. I could see that butterfly was scared after she started to run. Thank you. Once again, a big round of applause. Thank you very much. It was good. Set? Please come. This is the last performance. Yes, introduce yourself if you are characters of the play. If there is anything drawing, do not forget to show. Yes, please start.
My name is Laukya, is from another branch.
My name is Manjula from Apral branch. I am Priyanka from Turkunda branch.
My name is Tejashwini from Boinpalli branch.
Elizabeth from Defense Colony.
Manjita from Nagaram branch.
Hi, hello. My name is Vansita. I am coming from Medpalli.
Are you playing characters? You are narrating?
Rhyming words, pot, hot, lot, pot.
It's a poem. I got one pot which is very hot. I love it lot, even it is hot, because my mama bought.
Ma'am will ask the questions.
The first question which is, how many pots are there?
Raise your hand.
That's good. And the next question is, how is the pot? That's correct.
Only one will answer. No mass answer.
That's very nice. And the third question is, did you like the pot? Yes, that's good. And who brought the pot?
Yes, ma'am.
Mama. That's very nice, children. You all are super.
Very good.
We covered
Running out.
rhymes, okay, emotions,
Okay.
and relationships, mama, and math, like a one, and opposite words.
Opposite words, which one?
Hot and cold. Yes.
Hot, weather. Yes. Okay. Very good. Big round of applause. Very good. Thank you so much, friends. So yes, friends, the major reason of doing this activity, any concept, may it be letters, numbers, word around me, or any trait that you would really want to change, a good habit, from a bad habit to a good habit, any trait that you are willing to change, anything,
all the magic can happen through rhymes and stories. That plays a very, very, very major role. Trust me, the storytelling part, this art is even going to corporate level. They are conducting storytelling sessions to the level of corporate training programs also. Because every day, my dear friends, you and I cook a story in our brains. Where to go? Especially when you make some kind of decision. Say if you want to wear dress A or dress B, you are confused which one to wear. And then you start cooking stories. Because you are inclined towards wearing dress A, your thought process, your story will tell you why this and why not B. If you are willing to wear dress B, you will start thinking on creating a story of why dress B and why not dress A. So for any decision that you make, any problem or any challenge that you come forward, there is always a story behind it. And it's an art. When I talk to pre-primary segment, that level of children, from bad habit to good habit, from not doing certain homeworks or certain academic part, you can through storytelling. It's a beautiful art and it's as simple as it is. You have to create a character which a child will decipher that yes, it's me. So say if I talk about this child whom we want to change a bad habit, one of the bad habits into good. So this child is not doing homework. So now we want to ensure that the child does homework every day. And we start making a story. Once upon a time, there was a school in a zoo. Now this girl loves butterfly. Okay, so there was this butterfly student in the class who never used to do homework. But yes, I'm not talking about you. Now the child will know that it's me. We are hinting that. And then everything that a child likes is what butterfly likes. Okay? But only because butterfly is not doing homework, there are no such good friends. So whatever this girl likes, the butterfly is not getting those things. No one is playing, no toys. And then parents and friends and teachers explained. Who are these parents and friends and teachers? All the animals and birds in the zoo. And now the child realized and did homework one day and everything good happened with what this child likes to do. In between a sarcasm of, I'm not talking about you. So certain art, yes, they can change. And trust me friends, I've done this with my child. And it works beautifully. It becomes an inbuilt habit henceforth. When I talk about teaching concepts through stories, you try out teaching 1, 2, 3 by writing on board and you teach 1, 2 buckle my shoe. Which one they'll pick first? 1, 2 buckle my shoe. They'll do it with actions. Without a single mistake in between, they will perform. Rhymes is something that we really pick up very fast. So through rhymes, through stories, we can teach toughest topics also. And I think we have performed it fantabulous. So now we can know that we can blend so many concepts. And you know, that's actually a myth which most of the teachers keep asking me. Ma'am, you have taken only 2 days in teaching one alphabet and you have taken 5 days in teaching so-and-so alphabet. So friends, it's not number of days that matter. What matters is the teaching methodology. How do we teach? Because every child is a different learner that we have with us. If child A is auditory learner, child B is a visual learner, child C is kinesthetic learner. With what teaching methodology you teach, you can even blend 5 letters, 2 concepts, 1 letter and 1 number, or 2 numbers and 1 EVS topic, and you can finish it in 1 day also. What matters is the teaching methodologies. Okay, otherwise every preschool is teaching A to Z and 1 to 100. What is the difference here? We want students to speak in our classes. We really don't want teachers to perform all the time. Whenever we perform, there are many learning outcomes if a student is looking at you. As what all of you have performed, emotions, opposites, rhyming words, many things, relations. But yes, we want students to talk, we want students to speak, we want each and every child's involvement in the class. Got it? And that's how I think all of you will keep them engaged, each one of the child who is with you. Big round of applause, friends, once again. Fantastic performance. So friends, we'll have a lunch break now, and after this lunch break, we'll have a session on knowing about Iris. Okay, and I want again all of you to sit in this same group. Little modification in the group which I'll make you do. I understand, ma'am, we all are hungry. I'll make small little change in having shuffling our groups, otherwise the group will remain same. Okay? Thank you so much, friends. Thank you, and you have a break now, lunch break. We'll serve you lunch.
Thank you.